Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to Friday morning's messages of love from above. And I'm excited to see what Spirit is going to bring through for us today. But before we get started, I do want to send love out to the world. So if you'd like to join me, whether you're watching live or on replay, we can join together outside of space and time and bring in the beautiful messages. So I'm going to take a big deep breath and come back to right here, right now. We just allow that love energy to flow down into our heart and fill us up and flow out to the world, circling the globe in a giant bubble of love, sparking each and every heart closer and closer and closer to the Creator in the spirit world, higher vibration of unconditional love and joy and laughter and peace and gratitude. May the capital T truths of unconditional love be revealed, and the lies of small t truths of fear also be revealed, to release the captives, to transform fear and pain into joy and bliss. And if you yourself are in need of unconditional love right now in this moment for your mind, your heart, your body, for a loved one, a relationship, a situation, whatever it may be, we send that love to you and to them as well, surrounding you in this beautiful glow, this beautiful peace, this beautiful bliss of unconditional love. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right. Thank you so much for joining me and doing that and allowing me the space for that. Greatly appreciate it. And before we get into the readings, I do want to make sure everyone is aware that I do have a giveaway every Monday. On Tuesdays, I put out a video announcing what I'm giving away on the Monday, how you can get into the drawing, and any other giveaway news. And here is the link for that one. So if you want to check that out and see how you can get into the drawing, you have through Sunday evening to get into that. And then each week I put out at least one pick a card reading, and the one from this week had to do with where can you use some freedom. Just adjust that a little bit there. There we go. And so, whoops. So there's the pick a card for that. And I have a ton of pick a cards on my main page. So if you ever are seeking, they're all timeless. So if you want some more messages from Spirit, you can check out my main page. And I even have some playlists created where if it had specifically or a lot to do with like relationship or employment or abundance or that type of thing, there's even playlists for those. I know, I'm so organized. And then this morning we had a new Take 10 with Zen come out. Take 10 with Zen, they are these videos that are 10 minutes or less, where it's weekly and we just approach subjects that help us connect more to the spirit and connect more to ourselves. And I answer questions that my subscribers also present. So be sure to check that out. This is episode 4. Episode 1, let's see if I can remember. We had dimensions for number 1, spirit guides for number 2, and number 3 was is love real? And this one is does fate exist? We're going to have a few more around fate here over the next couple weeks. So stay tuned for those. And if you did not see, I've been putting out announcements about I'm having a Crazy Zen summer sale off of my personal recorded readings and my hedges of peace and love. And so if you haven't seen those, then here is the link for the um, that's the announcement with the hedge, and then here is the information on the personal recorded readings, and then here, and all this is in the description box of the video too. But I just wanted to flood the whole thing and look like I'm spamming. I'm just kidding. But so that is what we have there. So I just want to make sure you guys are aware of what's available, and always appreciate all of your support. So let me go ahead here and we'll get the desktop all set up. And I did screenshot um, all the way from Cheery upwards. So girl, wake up. Let me just make sure here. Any permanent job offers and rows, just in case. Last night when I went and popped out the chat disappeared, and that was not fun. So let's try this. See what happens here. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. All right. Okay, let me just double check real quick here, make sure everyone is still here, and we will get started. If you are new to my channel or new to these readings, how they work is I do go in order, first come, first serve for the free readings. And if you, there's no special list. The chat is the list. So we just go down in order, first come, first serve. And the chat stayed. Yay. Okay. So I think it was just a fluke last night. So as many of these as I do, it hardly ever happens. But just in case, I do have a screenshot. All right. So back to business. um, so the chat is the list, and so if you don't want to put your business out there, you can just ask for a general reading or guidance, and spirit will um, know what you want, even if this human doesn't. I'm just the radio; they're the radio station, right? And then if anyone makes a donation, I do honor that energy exchange, and I prioritize those readings. I step out of the free readings, complete those, dive deeper into those, and then also. Um, once I'm done, I return back into the free readings and continue going down the list, trying to get through as many free readings as I can. I'm usually on for a couple hours. Um, Last night I was on for 4 because Wednesday night, all this stuff, I'm like, is it Mercury retrograde? Because the internet was down in our area here. They were working on it, updating stuff from 10 a.m. till 10 p.m. at night. So I wasn't here Wednesday night. So we made up for it last night, though, didn't we? So hey, Nusa. I'll be on here for a couple hours at least, and to make a donation, you can use the super chat at the bottom. Also, in the pinned comment at the top and the description box of the video, I have my Venmo, my Cash App, my PayPal, and my Square. So you can use any of those, and there's no set dollar amount. I know everyone's, finances vary from day to day, person to person, country to country, planet to planet. So, whatever you feel you're able to give, I know that that's what you're able to give. And I honor that. So, that said, blah, 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 we are done with all the announcements. And I'm going to be using the Star Tarot and the Circular Tarot today, and we will get started. So, Cherry, you are my first donation. So, thank you so much. And sorry that your original question had disappeared, but it was the same question. So, you're good. Okay, I get it. All right. And so, the vision of a man you saw on the bus was your soul or who? He was felt so heavy, gentle. um, Nostalgic, divine, masculine. You wanted to hug him, almost like merge with. All right, so let's take a look here and see from spirit who was this person that you envisioned on the bus. Let's take a look here. What kind of special tea were you drinking around that time? Just jokes, cheery. All right, and let's see what we got here. All right. So The first 2 cards that come out here, we've got the Ace of Wands and we've got the Six of Wands. This is balanced energy, and the Ace of Wands, of course, is spiritual energy, new spiritual energy. Was it around a time where you were expanding your energy? I just feel like it was an important time for you, and I feel like this was more spiritually, like it wasn't, someone you're gonna meet in this lifetime. I feel like it's especially with these you've got also over here, well, let me just bring them up here because you have another 6, you've got here both the high priestess, which of course she goes into her high priestess temple, connects to the higher realms, goes behind the scenes, dives deep into the subconscious. And the 6 of cups is usually my past life type of energies, but I feel like with the combination of the Ace of Wands and the High Priestess with these, they're trying to mesh it together, saying they were bringing spirit, the 6 of Wands into the world, because Wands is spiritual energy, Pentacles is the physical world, and they were bringing this energy and kind of like the veil was thin, your energy was high. Maybe you were high. I'm just kidding. I know you weren't. But there's this spiritually high, right? This crossover between the realms where they were just really showing you that. And so I feel like um it is someone from a past lifetime, but I feel it's one of your spirit guides. And um again, we've got the heavens making themselves known in the physical world, and the 7 of Pentacles is this growth, this movement. And it's weird. 7 of Pentacles means a lot of different things, but for you in this reading, it's about, again, here's the physical world here, that has all of these horses flying in the sky. And it's almost like this dreamy world being brought into the physical world, like visions, like the awaking dreams. And I feel like it was an introduction, and they wanted you not to be like scared, through it all, if that makes sense. So I like this, and actually, and I want to whoa, pull a card here from the Angels and Ancestors Oracle, and I just want to see here what they wanted you to know around this experience, and anything more on who this was. Yeah, I like it. So you've got the druid. Yeah, absolutely, that you can meet him in your dream. In fact, they might show themselves in different forms. When I saw this, I'm like, this isn't like who you saw, but they'll appear in different forms to you in your dreams, in there. You and your fears. Woman, calm down. Calm down. Um He's a kind old man. So it says, "Hold things together. Don't make any sudden moves or changes. Stand strong, knowing you are where you are supposed to be." The Druids were the ancient wise ones of the British Isles, and they had a deep connection with the earth, the sun, and the moon. They were the scholars who created the Ogham tree language, and they were known for their creative skills in storytelling, poetry, and craftsmanship. When the Druid card appears in a reading, you're being guided to dig deep within and hold your station. If you're wondering what to do next or have a sense of anxiety about what is unfolding in your life, it's time to shift your perceptions and move back to a state of trust. Don't change your plans or do anything drastic. Just trust in the process and let everything happen as it needs to before taking any more steps. Think of a tree. It has strong roots, yet continues to grow and bear fruit. Your life will be a reflection of this. Okay. Which this is the 7 of Pentacles. Last thing that grows on a fruit tree is the fruit, so trust the journey, trust the timing, have patience, move forward, is another message that they're bringing in here, with you here. There we go, much better. So, there you go. So, I like that for you, and that's what's coming through, Cherry. So, many, many blessings to you, and, yeah, they will visit you in your dream, and I feel like they have. They're just presenting themselves differently, in different forms, but you'll feel the energy. Like if you feel like that pull again to like blend with people, it's because it's your um, special soul connections you have with your spirit guides and individuals that are communicating with you from the other side. I'm just going to take a sip here. All right. So, again, thank you for your donation and your question. So, many blessings to you. All right. All right, it's acting weird up there. It's not letting me scroll up, so we will grab it here. So, New Love, you were the first free reading coming in that was recorded. I know, Cheery, you said you truly were the one. So, and hopefully we didn't lose anyone else, but I'm sure someone will come in and let us know. So, New Love, you wanted to know, well, hello, hello, first of all. And do you already know or have you met your next boyfriend? All right, let's take a look here and see what we have here. Not yet. I don't feel like you have met them or know them, because the Four of Swords is about this. It's this peace of mind, and the Ten of Wands is endings and new beginnings. So with the Ten of Wands, it's like all this energy that was invested before and trying to live up to the three swords of expectations and all that stuff. This freedom, this restfulness that you're entering into is allowing you to move into a relationship that's fresh and new because you've let some things go, which we like that because then you're not bringing in any old baggage or any old, um, how like, and people and they've watched you grow and transform. They always remember the old you is always in the back of their head. And they when you meet someone brand spanking new after you've had progress, they know you from this point forward, not all the way back here. And this is what I feel the energy that's coming in. So I don't feel like you know them yet. So you get a fresh start when they arrive. So that is what they have for you. So many blessings to you, new love. And we'll continue moving down the list here. All right. So double, triple, quadruple X, you are up next. So, what new is coming your way that Spirit wants you to know? Let's take a look here. All right. Okay. Yeah, I like it here. You've got here the Ten of Swords is a great card to get in the swords because the swords card is the 10 is I am tired of living up to all those expectations of the supposed to, the should, the need to, the have to, the must, and all of those things, right? And so we have this, okay, I'm not going to worry about this. I'm not going to um be drawn away and consumed by the supposed to and should and need to and have to and must about things. And so I feel like it's around love because you have Ace of Cups and Ace of Pentacles. I feel like all these expectations are had been around love and relationship and interactions with other people and abundance, with pentacles being the outside world. So you've really been working on here and the more you drop away the all the expectations around the supposed to be, should be, need to be, have to be's and all those, cut away the fears of losing love, the fears of rejection, the fears of failure, the fears of not having enough. There's a lot of just transformation that can happen. And it brings in new love and it brings in new opportunities, brings in new self love of how you perceive your love for yourself, and also a new sense of your worth in relationship to the outside world too. So beautiful transformation that's coming in here for you right now. And the more you look at these thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that you have around, those subjects, the more free you become. So I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. So that is what they have for you. So many blessings to you. And Dollface Diva, you'll be the next free reading coming up here. Excuse me. But thank you, Cherry Tree. That's what I keep thinking. But many thank you for your additional donation there. You're welcome, new love. All right. So let me just catch up here. So why don't they show you their real face appearance? Okay, next question. Well, the reason they don't show you their real face is because they have multiple faces. Um, and in a dream, they will appear differently. And this is like with all of us in our dream time. Um, Sometimes we have strangers in our dream where we're like, "Who is that?" And it distracts us from the lesson, sometimes. And they know when they need to appear as someone familiar, someone that we're comfortable with in order to bring the lesson through, as to not just distract it. They're like, "Oh, that's so and so," and we can move right into, doing that. So that is, the answer to that question there. And so you asked, this journey that you're currently ending, is this journey something your higher self absolutely wanted to experience, which you could escape from, or just your choice and its consequences you had made when you were little, which could have chosen another journey too, or both, but my higher self wanting on a higher scale, or both, but own choice. Wow. Wow. That is a loaded question for sure. Let's see here. Um, True spirits don't lie. They always tell us the truth. When we're in fear, we might misinterpret the truth, but yeah, they don't have any reason to lie. So I'm not sure about that. But let's take a look here. Let's focus in on your question here, which is this journey, is it something that is destined, or something that you can change? Like, is it something that you can negotiate with your higher self? Let's take a look here. All right. Okay. So, kind of both is what you're saying here. Here's that 7 of Pentacles we just had for you before. They're like, trust your path, as they were saying. Don't try to change anything. Just go with the flow, and the fruit of your life will unfold. Don't feel like you have to control so much of it. The moon, it does represent, nurture yourself, but also the subconscious and the unconscious. There's a ton of things like in your Akashic records of things that your soul definitely wanted to experience here. But within that, and this is what they wanted to tell you here, is within your life, you have the power of choice where you're investing your energy, right? You have a minimum, and this is something that we talked about in the Take 10 with Zen this morning around fate, that we have this minimum experience that we've signed up for, and we're going to have that regardless. And then with that 2 of wands, it says, we can focus our energy on um, you know lower vibrational things and have that minimum experience, or we can focus in on higher vibrational things and have higher vibrational experiences, or something in between, and it can go up and it can go down and it can go all over the place. So the fated events are going to happen, but within every fated event too, you have the power of choice here with the King of Swords. This is the ruler over the mind, right? This is saying that energetically, you choose what energy you're drawing in each moment, but you also draw in here whatever story you put. That's the like the chariot card, right? Where and I like all these horses up here in your journey because this reminds me of all the knights and the minor arcana and then the chariot card with all the horses they have where you know I get to decide what story with my mind that I'm putting to the situation. Like, am I going to have this be something of a higher unconditional love taste to it, or is it going to be a fearful taste? So, like, you know, I don't know, a flat tire. Oh, we're taught. We have all these opinions that we're taught. That's horrible. That's horrible, horrible, horrible. We just, I need to have a horrible day now. Or I'm like, wow, thank you for having the flat tire and delaying me. You either kept me from getting a speeding ticket or from getting in a fatal accident or me killing someone with my car or delaying me to go and where I bump into someone I haven't seen in a long time. So thank you for this because it's for me. So we every moment is a choice of a story of victimhood or gratitude to me or for me. I get to choose what emotion I wanna feel in each moment. Is it gonna be a victim to me or, for me, gratitude, unconditional love or fear? What energy do I wanna invest? Am I gonna invest in focusing on what I feel is missing, what I hate in my life, what I feel will leave my life, or fear what will come in? Well, my energy is inviting all those things I fear will come into my life going, "Hey, don't come into my life, whatever you do." And we're inviting them in with our energy, even though we think we're inviting it in by the focusing on it or focusing on what we hate, right? Um, what we'll leave. We're telling the universe our energy is telling them we want that stuff. But gratitude transforms it and changes it. And so they're saying here that you always have the ability to switch and which direction you want to go with the Three of Wands. You hold the power of your life. Fated events will come into your life um, regardless. And like I talked about in the Take 10 with Sun this morning, uh, there's three different ways that the fates come in. And of course, one is there's, like, very few, very one if any, right, of the it's like our birth. We chose that for a specific time to have happen here where it's like, boom, we have this, our birth has to happen at an exact time, an exact moment to capture all the energies we wanna be born with. But then there's all these the second is all these other fated events that our soul wants to experience, but based on our energy, it'll come sooner or later, and it'll end sooner or later, including our deaths even. We'll talk about that in an upcoming episode, so I'm not gonna spoil that, but, and then there's the third thing, which are things that aren't fated. They're just things that, allow us to have a higher experience. It's not needed for our minimum experience, and it's not fated. It's like an optional dessert or a side that you can order off the menu. "Yeah, I'll take an extra order of onion rings, why not?" That is a choice, but it's not a necessity. And so those types of things come in there. Um You're funny, LA. So that just kinda gives you the overall well, no, your higher self, we've lived so many lifetimes. If we could imagine, and not in just in this plane, in this existence, but so many different places, so many different, areas, we've had lifetimes where we chose to have the lowest possible one. We're like, yeah, that's different. And then like, well, let's have the highest one and different ones in between. But if we always chose this highest experience possible of like, I want to be an enlightened master in this lifetime. Okay, we can do that. Or we can be, there's no wrong choice. And that's where when we get into our mind that there's a wrong choice and a right choice, We're in the fear world. We're in the supposed to, should, need to, have to, must, and there's a lot of pressure. "Oh my gosh, I gotta do it," or "What is gonna happen?" Your higher self is gonna be like, "That's it, I'm taking you out. I want a new avatar. You're not doing what I want." No. They're living their experience through us, and we come here to experience, so we're living perfectly every moment. Now, do we want, to experience things differently? We can. That's that power of choice, the 3 of wands. With new information, you know what? I do wanna live this. I do wanna do that. I do wanna head this direction. And so determining what you want in your heart is the huge thing. But we're afraid, right? We're all taught, well, don't choose wrong. And it's like, well, there's no wrong choice. You can even head off in this direction. And as you're headed toward it, go, I don't want that anymore. And go this direction, go, I don't want that anymore. I want to go this direction. And then this direction. It's a scavenger hunt, it's an adventure. So that's what's coming in for you, Cherry Cherry. So hopefully that helps. Again, thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. All right. And we will move here. Hey, Spring. Good morning to you. Thank you so much for your donation. I see that has come through here. So you are up next. Appreciate that. And I like that. All these sevens today, 7 7 today. So good morning. You'd love spirits, wisdom, and advice today. Absolutely. Let's take a look here and see what's coming through there. Got your shades on, huh? All right. So let's see what we've got here. All right. Well, you got some nice flow happening here. So we got the Hierophant, and the Hierophant is, you know, an invitation into the maze of life here to really, focus and move more, in this wonderful adventure of discovering yourself in more and more ways. The 10 of Wands tells me, you've had a lot of harvest, you've had a lot of benefit from your journey, but it is time. I feel like you've gotten this message a little bit to cut out, all the different areas. 10 of Wands, you have so many, only so many um, so much energy to invest in so many things, right? And I like that they have like here X or like this X marks the spot, and here is even the down here. So I feel like they're saying here it's important for this balancing. It's important to really look at where you invest in your energy, where you're wanting, what doesn't need it anymore. The urgent is not always important. It's a good thing to realize. Sometimes things that are demanding urgent attention really aren't important and we can let them go. I know we're taught like, oh no, I can't let anything go and fall through the cracks or whatever. But when you're just like, how important is it for me to do that or this or that or this? And it's okay to let those things fall away. So I like it. Part of it here too is this clarity that you're getting in your emotional dream come true. The 9 of Cups, right, is a wish fulfillment card. But with these coming out together, the 8 of Swords is a flow of thought and belief and mindset. It's you're realizing what of your own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets have kept you blinded and bound and limited. And, this, like we were just talking about here a moment ago around fate of, well, there's these things that have to happen. It's like, well, we're left so much, it's so much open. There's this freedom here that comes with the eagle of this beautiful ability to transform, this beautiful ability to see things from a higher perspective and go, um this dream come true is not fated. It's like spirit asking, what do you want your dream to be? How do you uniquely want to express the unconditional love in your heart with the world? What do you want? And this freedom coming from here, this beautiful ability to go, okay, let me sit down, let me get away from everything. Maybe I don't know if you're close to a beach. I think you're in California, right? But it's like go to the mountains, go to the beach, go somewhere where there's like little distraction with a little journal or with your phone, whatever's convenient, and just go, what is my dream? When I'm looking back at my life, when I'm 130 years old, looking back at all my life and go, how the heck did I live this long? No, I'm just kidding. But looking over life going, what is it that I wanted to have experienced, shared, to be known for? That might be more ego, but what footprint would I want to have left on this world in this lifetime? That kind of thing. And I feel that you get some clarity with that. You have the Four of Pentacles and the Strength card coming in here. So here is this, your human self connecting with your higher self and having this new journey where you're walking hand in hand around life. And it really has to do with home. Where do you want to live? How do you want to live? Who do you want to live with? There's this solidity that comes in here with all of this energy. So I really like this. Um, Feeling of home. What does home feel like, in your heart? And I love all the dragonfly. I feel it is a significant thing for you here too. No, don't not the swan. We don't want to look at the swan. We want to look at the butterfly. I mean the dragonfly. Um, oh, I didn't even see that there was a little swirly in there in the sun. So the spinny, swirly, the journey, it comes back to, the maze, the labyrinth of life, and it's an adventure. It's not so much the destination. When we get to the destination, it's like, okay, it's over. I don't know why they're showing me. And then you grab the trophy and you end up with Voldemort and have a deadly battle. That's from Harry Potter for everyone that's not a Harry Potter fan. But because they were in this big labyrinth trying to the wizard's cup, right? But then the journey just continues on to something else, right? The story continues. So hopefully that helps. Actually, I feel like I want to pull a oracle card for you. And we've got one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Oh, we have seven. Experience. Um, well, good. So you get the reference then. So I guess you want number seven, maybe, but you can choose an oracle card between one and seven. So one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Oh, number four. What a surprise! What a surprise! All right, so that would be the Psychic Tarot Oracle. All right. Let's see what their message is here for you. Authority. Got the Emperor card coming in here. Aries, new beginning energy. And I like it. There's this wonderful power that comes in here because this card represents the masculine qualities of leadership, logic, strength, wisdom, and power. And when this card emerges, it acts as a teaching tool. And in so doing, it's encouraging you to develop or reignite these qualities and tap into the masculine aspects of yourself. Other traits also included are good reasoning and problem solving skills, being grounded, and learning to develop strong mental control over free reigning emotions. And oftentimes, this card appears to symbolize a father figure or an individual of wise authority who may be present in your life. Could be someone of high influence in business or a prudent friend who uses logic and reason to create a positive outcome. Ask yourself whether it's time to take on and emulate similar qualities. Now is when you must act like a leader and exert your will by incorporating form and structure into ideas, plans, and foundations. So, like I was just talking about taking a journal and going, okay, what do I want? Let me write down specifically what I want. So it's time to stop talking and act in order to achieve what you must. Use the qualities and character of the authority card so that when you need to make a choice, you approach it from a place of wisdom, rationality, logic, and grace, rather than one of foolishness, belligerence, greed, or self centeredness. The way in which you acquire, handle, and wield power and authority is now being reflected. Ooh, I like it. Boom. So that is your message, my dear. Very powerful. Oh, and it's funny. Just duh, you chose card number pile number 4 and you got card number 4. So I like it. So hopefully that helps. That's what they have for you right now, spring and spring forward. Boom, boom, boom. Here we go. Time to put the plans into action, finalize plans, and take steps. It's the time. All right. So many blessings to you. And again, thank you so much for your donation. Jerry, thank you for your additional donation. Let's take a look here. So, if it was your choices, you are very welcome, Spring. Then what do spirits have to say about all these coincidences, especially love part? Is it just me trying to make something out of something else? Um, okay, so let's take a look here and see what does spirit want you to know. Yep. So with the magician and the home card here, so we're on this dual adventure as we're going through life, right? So we do have, our soul has certain things. We have our soul team, right? Our entourage who does want us to have the most beautiful experience possible, and they will speak up and give us hints and signs. They won't meddle in our life and make choices for us because you have the power of choice here. Whatever energy you're focusing in is what you bring in to your world and your life, right? Like we were talking about with all the faded stuff. And so you I mean they won't meddle, like change stuff in our life, but they'll bring things in like, they'll have like repeating numbers, synchronicities. They'll have all this stuff unfold going, this is the way that you could go that will take you to this highest place, um or this experience that's going to be so nummy for you. It's like, you're looking at a menu deciding, and I know I talk about desserts a lot. I might have a sugar problem, but we've got this, you know, um, menu, and we're like, I'm not sure what dessert I want," and Spirit will go, they just kind of point, going, "This is really, really good," and they know us really well. They know, like, "Oh, this one has chocolate and whipped topping and this and that is like 5 things that we love all combined together." They're like, "This is what, is a suggestion." They don't order it for us and it arrives and we're like, "I didn't order this." They just make suggestions and recommendations, and it's up to us still. We might be like, "Man, I don't want that. I want pudding," and you're like, "Okay." You get what you order, but they will always make recommendations for our highest experience, but we don't have to take it. And there's no judgment. They're like, "Fine, I'm never gonna give you a recommendation again." They love us so much, and they're excited to be able to interact on this plane with us in that capacity that they'll do that. So when you have all that stuff unfold, we realize that with the Four of Pentacles, this is about, eventually we learn in this lifetime that the outside world stuff is disappointing, and we eventually turn inward and upward anyway, because that's the only solid foundation that we end up having. And we're like, oh, okay, we know that after a while, after going off-roading, not listening to spirit, going, like, this will get you there fast and on a smooth road. We're like, nah, who wants to do that? We're going off road, and we're bouncing all over the place, barely avoiding a tree, maybe running into a tree, and then we're delayed. We have to get it repaired. We little, whiplash. We get over that, and then we get back on the road, and then we're like, oh, I see. We would have gotten here like a year ago, but I didn't listen. And we decide, well, do I want to get there quicker or not? We might be fine with it. There's no judgment. It's awareness, right? So that's what comes in here. Again, it's transformative. Everything in our existence transforms from fear eventually to unconditional love. Everything is a path backward to higher. All paths lead to the same destination, but do we take the, road that takes us way out here, or do we take a more of a direct one? There's no, because we just get to that one and then our this lifetime ends, or we go backward to another, we try to find another thing coming in. So, so that's what's coming in there. So, your choices and consequences, spirit will give you those things and they'll tell you about those things. Um, and like you have here, you've got the 9 of Pentacles, which is you and spirit going on this journey together. And here's the Fool's card. This is like before we come down here, and we're going on this adventure, this journey that's free of expectations. This is an adventure. It's just the whole journey of the Fool is experiencing and getting to know themselves as they go through it all. So that's what's coming in there for that question, Shiri. So hopefully that brings clarity and some peace too, because when we realize that there's no wrong choice, it's an adventure, then we can start enjoying the moment instead of worrying about the destination, right? From moment to moment. So I like that. Or a past lifetime. That's the one thing we know, that whatever's meant for us will not pass us by, you know. If it's destined and it's fated that we're going to be in each other's lives, even if it's for a very short period of time, you know, the more we focus on higher love, the more the fated experiences for our highest, the longer it happens. If we're doing lower vibrational stuff, then it's short periods of time with that. Son of Zen. Bum, bum, bum. Hey, Lovey. All right. So I'll just pull cards here. Spirit knows what you're wanting. So let me just pull the cards here, Cherry. So you've got the Hermit card, which is the internal journey, kind of this to yourself here. And we've got the World card, which is an ending of an old cycles and beginning of new cycles that comes in here. Um, you're on these different journeys here, and I feel like this is a new lifetime, a new journey, a new, like you had chosen to have a lot of time independently by yourself so that you could overcome a lot of the thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, the old ways of doing things. They're reminding me of my life because I realize now, or I realized a little while ago, why I chose the family that I did. We weren't very close. We were always busy and everyone was off doing their own things, where I had a lot of independence, a lot of alone time where I got to reflect on a lot of things. I had definitely had a very huge hermit's journey, which has allowed me to question things and decide things on my own, and I feel like that is a lot of the journey you had there. I do feel, though, you do have a destiny here of the 10 of Pentacles, which is, here we go, relationship and, you know, possibly children and the castle and the 10 of pentacles and the full living a full life here, experiencing things in a lot of ways. So I feel like you had the journey at a time to bring you to where you're at to prepare you for this next adventure with this individual. Again, you have a lot of crossroads. You have the power of choice card that we talked about earlier with the chariot. And then we also have here the two of swords, which is also a lot of crossroads, a lot of mental decisions to make as you go through things. And this is great because this does tell you that you have the power to choose, and you can close your eyes and open your heart and realize you're the one who chooses, regardless of what unfolds in front of you. You get to choose the story. You get to choose the emotions you feel. You get to choose the energy you exude. You get to choose your actions. So you get to choose upon the path as well. I don't see the person that you think that was the ending and the beginning, right? So this was the ending of the old world and the beginning of a whole new one. So I don't see them in there. This is someone else in the future. So sorry that that was confusing. This is definitely ending of old world, beginning of new one. You had this love that you were attracted to, but I don't see them in your life. I feel like your whole world is changes and you have someone else in the future there. So no problem, Michelle. I don't count off for spelling. Trust me. That would be the pot calling the kettle black. All right. And that's your choice if you wanna do that, Cheery, but that's not what I was saying. I mean, about not going into hermit mode, you've been in hermit mode. The individuals coming in and out of your life, um, are, you know, um, they're just experiences, just stepping stones. The 10 of Pentacles one for the future is the one that we've talked about. They're the one that you end up with, further down the road. But, uh, the hermit mode is what you've been in for all of your life here. Yeah, and here you have the 8 of Pentacles. They're just saying, just continue to carry the water, chop the wood, do the daily things moment by moment. The 8 of Pentacles is your world is unfolding. It is unfolding on the outside world. Just know that each moment you have the power to choose what story you're putting to whatever you're experiencing, what emotion you're feeling, what energy you're putting into it, and what actions, and you have the power. So if you want to, take it into oh, this is happening to me and victim, you can. And there's nothing wrong with that. We come down here to experience that, and the fears and the anger and the resentments and the loneliness and all these emotions that are rooted in fear. But just know that when you're ready, when you get bored of riding those rides, that you have this wonderful opportunity that you can choose the higher vibration of unconditional love and joy and laughter and peace. And you can put a whole different story of life is happening for me and, gratitude, instead of, it's happening to me in victimhood. So we have the spectrums that we get to experience, and there's no wrong choice, but you get to choose it. That's the whole thing, is when we realize that we're the ones that get to choose it, that's when our whole life just switches and we are in the seat instead of feeling like we're on an out of control drama train that's about to leap off the tracks and explode in a gorge. It is us that is allowing and putting those things on there. So I like it. I like it. You are very welcome, Cherry, and thank you so much for your donations. Hang in there. All right. So I think that is all my donations. Just make sure. Yeah, that's not a donation. All right. So let me just make sure here. Did it? Okay, so it is still holding up there. Good, good, good. All right. Hey, Lisa Sarkar. Hello, hello. Thank you for your donation. And I don't think I saw a question from you. Let me just scroll up here. But if you haven't, pop it down below. And while I'm waiting for that, just for the sake of time, Dollface Diva, I'm going to pull your free reading. So, general for the weekend. Let's take a look here and see what they want you to know here. All right. Wow. So, you have like a whiplash weekend. Whoops, happening here. Which if it's okay. Because you have the Knight of Pentacles, which is slow moving, the slowest moving knight, and then you have the Knight of Wands, the fastest moving knight. So it's what I feel like. It's like it goes slow, and then you have this go, 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 and then up and down time, up and down time. But it's like you go from 0 to 60 and then screech to a 0 again. 10 of Wands is just this message saying, just be aware of your energy and how where you're investing it all. Don't wear yourself out. Manage your energy, manage what you're investing your energy in. But a lot of fun, capable this weekend, a lot of activity, but also allow yourself time to rest and recuperate too. The 10 of Wands is a lot of harvest, a lot of excitement, but then also it's can become a burden. So don't feel like you have to say yes to everything that's offered to you. Just allow yourself to pick and choose where you want to invest your energy this weekend. And balance is key. So I like that for you, Dollface Diva. So many blessings to you. Have a great weekend. All right. All right, Lisa, thank you so much for your donation again and message from the universe. Absolutely. Let's see. What do they want you to know right now? All right. Wow, all these princesses. Princes, not princesses, but princes, like multiple princesses. Oh, wow. Okay. Let's see what we got here. All right. So the reason I said you've got two princes, you have one Prince of Wands, very fiery personality, maybe even a fire sign that brought a lot of wonderful heart uh, experiences, fear, feelings of a broken heart, feelings of disappointment. You're like, yep, I know who that is. Then you also had a Prince of Swords, someone maybe more of an air sign or someone who was more cerebral than, this one was more action, passion, go, go, go. And this one was more thinking, um, maybe mind games, more mental, but they also brought an opportunity for some spilt cups and some wonderful, deep emotions related to the fears of rejection, the fears of failure. So I like that they are like, yay, this is my lifetime? They're like, no, they just want to show you that those individuals happened on purpose for you because you do have this wonderful Knight of Swords who is someone in pursuit of higher knowledge, pursuit of higher communication. They might even be younger than the other ones because princes come after the knights. So they're maybe a little younger. Usually that's more pages, so not necessarily so. But there's someone that has this more open mind, this flowingness. And we have the Four of Wands who brings you these feelings of joy and celebration and possibly even gatherings and marriage. This is like a marriage or wedding card. So either you meet them at a wedding or they take you eventually down the aisle to a wedding, right? But there's this individual, they come in here, you got princes coming in here, but you've got the swords coming in here. I mean, the knight coming in here. Um, so I like all these. Actually, that's unexpected. I know. And actually, these princes, these actually, the prince in this particular deck, these are pages, because knights are different. So these pages are more young, are the younger ones. So now I see why they were talking about a difference in age. These other ones, the Prince of Wands, younger, Prince of Swords, younger. The Knight of Wands is older. So that makes more sense to me. Now they're like, reverse it. I'm like, oh, that's right. So this is someone that is older and more wiser too. That comes in here, not like significantly necessarily, but so I like here. It's a good unexpected because you've been in here, the high priestess in your high priestess temple, dealing with your wonderful Capricorn energy, right? The Saturn energy of questioning your previous thoughts and beliefs and mindsets and shaking and rattling of your cage, setting yourself free from the cages and all the supposed tos and all those rules around it. So I like it. It's like they're saying that the time of the high priestess, it's almost like there's this, beautiful story unfolding of the high priestess had enough of all that, those pages, those, individuals that, were not matured in their ability to give love and balancing heart and mind. And here comes the Knight of Swords coming to rescue you from, the high priestess temple. So I like that coming in here because there is this wonderful that they're coming across your path because you're just like, I've had enough. I'm just going to stay in here for a while. But here it comes. So I like it for you, Lisa. So you definitely have this knight, the swords, this person. They might even be um, with this pursuit of higher knowledge. They might even be like someone who is a professor, a teacher, or someone who's constantly needing to learn with all that too. So that's what's coming in for you, Lisa. So hopefully that is helpful and resonates for you right now. And again, thank you so much for your donation. All right. You are very welcome. All right. Sukanya Srikumar, thank you so much for your donation. And you want to know what were the thoughts of Sharuk towards you today? All right. Let's take a look and see what's going on with Sharuk. All right. All right. Well, let's see here. Let me just get a clarity on this one card here. Get clarity on the clarity. Okay. So, yeah, definitely thoughts here because you've got the the two of swords, which is kind of at a crossroads. They when they close their mind and open their heart, there's this balance, that happens. Because you got the King of Cups who rules over emotion, but also gets air, which is the mind. So the King of Cups, they have thoughts, they have feelings, they go back and forth, but I feel like they're, at this place of trying to decide what they want in their life. Because with that crossroads here, we've got this Three of Pentacles with them wanting to be true to their authentic selves. And they're at this, the Chariot is the choice card. We've got, you know, what story do they want to put to things? What do they want to feel? What do they want to invest their energy in? What actions do they want to take? So there is this energy here of them wanting to be true to their authentic selves, and they're not sure what that means. I feel like they've, you know, with all of this stuff that comes in over here, which is why I was asking for clarification because we got the 10 of swords that comes in here, which is like a lot of expectations, thoughts, and beliefs and mindsets, and just tired of trying to live up to what everyone else is thinking and wanting for them. And that's what the Three of Pentacles does too. Usually it's someone creating something. There's two individuals that are like trying to influence them through praise or punishment. Do what I want you to do, and they're just like, they're tired of that. They're trying to discover who they are because they've been a people pleaser for so long that they don't know who they are. They just know who everyone else has wanted them to be, and even contradictions. This person wants them to be this way. This person wants them to be the opposite. And they're just in the struggle of who am I supposed to be? And they're just like, I'm going to be who I am going to be. And it's like there's this table full of all these items of who they thought they were supposed to be in this life, and they've cleared off the table, and now they're trying to decide what they put back on that table. And that's what's happening here with this. The Four of Swords trying to find a peace of mind around that. And the World card, which is an ending of an old cycle and the beginning of something new without a lot of expectations. So, their thoughts towards you today have to do with, well, where do you fit into my life? What do I want to be? Who do I want to be? So there was joy. So that they did have enjoyment seeing you. This is joy and celebration, but in the behind the scenes that's going on in their mind, so if when they're like, if you guys hang around or you interact and you're like, where are you, it's like if they're kind of spacey or they feel like they're distracted, they're just trying to figure out just their entire life. Who do I want to be? What do I want to do? Do I want to be married? Do I want, to be, in this job, in this location? What do I want to do? They just have all of this that's coming into their head. So, that's what's going on with them. I feel like this sounds familiar too. I don't know if I feel like someone else got similar reading on this a few days ago, so or last week. But if you're like, yeah, that's them still. Well, they're still loading. Like when you load a program or and the internet's going slow and the little spinny circles going. That's what I see in their eyes. It's just like, is anyone home? But that's what's happening, Sukanya. So hopefully that brings you some guidance on what's happening with them. But they had joy in seeing you, which is a good sign. But the decision, they're still at that crossroads with that Two of Swords. All right. So many blessings to you, and that's what they have for you. So again, thank you for your donation. You are very welcome. All right, Shiri, thank you so much for your additional donation. And anything about this new person, they are talking about something unique. We can take a look here. So anything in addition to what we've talked about already, this is the person that you meet, you know, at a kind of a training retreat, right? Let's see what else they have here. Yeah. Let's see. Anything unique that's standing out? What do they want you to know that's unique with them here? So, where I feel like for you, you're like the Queen of Swords, where you have, your thoughts, and this is how you're perceived on the outside. That you're perceived as a thinker, but you really behind the scenes, you have a lot of emotion that's behind there that a lot of people don't see. They see you more as a think, 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 think. And they see the King of Pentacles, they see individuals like they are seen as someone solid, grounded, really down to earth, which makes sense because they are a healer. They help people with their bodies and their physical world, and they're very Zenish, just very, like a Qigong, master or Reiki, acupuncture. It's someone who's very natural and they use natural, even maybe Chinese medicine. They might have, that kind of background that comes in here. And the people see that on the outside, but behind there, all the kings are given a second portion of air. So they're very intelligent, very much a thinker. And they wouldn't think that, they're like, well, they're so grounded. They don't get caught off in their, thinking. But that's one of the things that attracts you together is this knowledge and this thirst for knowledge as well that comes in. So um, I like that about them there. And again, you have the Two of Wands here and the Ace of Cups. And so, spirit, like your spirit team nudges you, you have the power of choice, like we've been talking about every moment. And the more you choose love, your higher love, the more expansive it becomes. So they are someone who has done a lot of their inner work, and that's why when you meet them, you just have this. I almost feel like like the person on the bus, how you feel like that this love energy. It's not them, but you just feel this connection because you feel this higher love that's within them. Because when we talk about you can't love someone more than to the extent you love yourself, nor receive love from others more than to the extent you love yourself. So when we expand that self love up above, the pipeline to humans gets bigger too. Because when I love myself that much, no matter how much love someone wants to give me, it's just going to trickle in. No matter how much love we want to push out, it just trickles out. But the more we expand our self love, the bigger amount of floods of love we can give and receive in the human. And so you feel this flood of love that comes out, and you're just like, what is this? And you do feel comfortable. You feel, at ease. You feel this sense of safety around them. And so that is something that is going to be unique around them because you're just going to be like, okay, um, what is this feeling? Oh my God, it just feels almost not overwhelming, but almost. You're just like, wow, you just feel this energy, this love energy field around them. And I feel it attracts you to them like let's say draws you to them, not attracts. Like you're not like, whoa, wow, and you go, you run after them. It's more this you're drawn like if you have to choose to interact, like I feel like you go do something where you have to have, like we talked about, uh, people like group of three to get together and it's them and their brother. It's like there's this coming together of that, and you're drawn over to their table because you're like, oh, I don't want to be with any of these people because I know. I know. But you're like, huh, but oh, I'm gonna go with them. And then you're just like, whoa, what's this? I like it too. You've got the Empress here. We've got this, energy of um Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. So they love being out in nature, they love connecting with nature, but there's also this very, I don't know. I almost feel like there's this um like they part of what they do with Chinese medicine, everything is they also will deliver babies, which is interesting. Um, like a midwife, but of course they're not a midwife. But that's part of them is they help people with delivering of babies. It's part of that's something that stands out uniquely with them because you were wanting to know uniqueness, right? But I also feel like there's this energy of They they remind you of your mother in positive ways, um, with that Empress mother energy too, and I don't know if, like, their birthdays are around it, but it's unique that you're just like, "Oh my gosh," like, you were born, you know, same day or same month or whatever of your mom. I just feel like there's this energy that, is there. Alright, Cherry, so I'll get to that question because that's not really kinda related to what we had for that one, so, I will, come back to that, as we go down the list there. I wanna honor everyone's, time too, so I will, um, come back to that eventually, or if you make a donation, I'll do that one next, but you don't have to. I'll eventually get back down to there. Because I do have some more donations that came in, so, but that's what they want you to know about the uniqueness of that individual. So many blessings to you. And so love 1, 2, 3, 4. Absolutely. We actually they did all come through. Woohoo. Kritika, no, I have not. I've been doing a lot of donations currently. So all right. So love 1, 2, 3, 4. I know I like woohoo. All right. So let's take a look here. So how uh-oh, okay, a few minutes ago. Oh, let's take a look here. All right. So for your first question here, we've got the world card and the death card. So definitely they are seeing it differently here now. It's like the world card and the death card. Death card is rebirth. So it's kind of um like you said, it's like there's this they're taking a different approach with it. It's like da 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 da. Excuse me. And then but here's this change of how they're looking at it. I mean, both of these are endings and beginnings, endings and beginnings. So I feel like they are like, "Oh, okay. I see." Because also we've got the changing of mindset with the King of Swords, seeing things from a higher perspective. The Lovers card too. So there's more of this um drawing together energy that comes in here. So, I do like that, type of energy that is coming in. So it's almost like your response has not necessarily put them on your side, but they're definitely seeing things from your perspective because of how you approached it. So I like it. I feel like it kind of was the starkness and differentiation, if that's a word, between what they sent and how you responded made them realize, oh wow, I need to check myself. And they're like, okay, and I feel like they are seeing it that way. So I like that. And then question number two. Sorry if you heard my stomach growl. I wasn't hungry earlier, but evidently now my stomach is saying, I want food. But it's okay. We're gonna be here a while. Uh, I feel like number 2, this is a yes. Got the Wheel of Fortune coming in, and the Fool card is a new beginning free of expectation. So I do feel like there's this, that you do get it in here because of this, the Wheel of Fortune, or you get at least get a communication that it is coming. But definitely the wheel is turning a fortune for you. So that's pretty clear there for that one. All right. And then number 3. All right. So let's take a look here and see what their feelings are here. All right. Let me shuffle these up here. Okay. Anything else? Yeah. Makes sense here. So their feelings right now and their energy, they're in this inner reflection here, I know. I'm glad. I'm glad you like my laugh. But they're in this, their energy is this internal energy. They're doing a lot of thinking, a lot of trying to understand their capital T truth of who they want to be, supposed to be, should be, blah, blah, blah. But their feelings for you, they still have this 10 of cups, this feeling of overflowing, emotional overflowingness. So they still have this within them here. They're just trying to figure stuff out still, which, with everything that they've dealt with and everything they've been through, there is this, you know, um, figuring of things out. This keeps on coming through there. So I like that. Okay, and number 4. Oh, okay. Let's take a look here. Of course, whenever we talk about anything physical or medical, I always have to say, just for the sake of uh, liability here in the United States, that I'm not a medical professional, legal professional, counselor. So tarot is designed for entertainment purposes. So we always encourage everyone to seek professional licensed assistance, and ultimately everyone makes their own decisions. Right. All right. Done. So let's take a look here. All right. Feel like it's kind of this emotional energy that's coming in here. You got the Queen of Swords. So, and it's funny because looks like you're two peas in a pod here, right? You bo- you're both not overthinkers, are you? Maybe. But balancing of heart and mind. And so this Ace of Cups and this Princess of Cups would be the Page of Cups. There's this energy here of definitely um, connecting higher, connecting more to your emotions, balancing things, which allows this, type of energy to flow through your body, which, can definitely, um, I don't know, it just brings different sensations throughout our bodies too. So I feel like it's emotionally based, and so there's times where when our overthinking creates fear that takes us into fight or flight mode, and then when we breathe and we come out of it, we kind and we connect with this higher love and this grounding, we actually have like these endorphins and this bliss that comes in too. So there's this going back and forth, and this I feel like in those moments you feel this extremity that happens because you're just coming out of like a into a and then you feel like yourself return because you're not in fight or flight mode. You feel yourself return, and you feel this calmness, and then you feel this energy that flows into. That's what I feel is coming in with that. And then question number 5. Are you sure? Are you sure? I won't hold you to it, so don't worry. Yep, you have the 7 of Pentacles here, which is the last thing that grows on a fruit tree is the fruit. So, there's this, wonderful, energy that comes in here, um, with all of this. Um, it feels freeing, it feels positive, it feels just trusting the journey, trusting the timing. It's a patience, um, a patience card, right? Let me see what else we have here. Any Yeah, and then the 9 of Pentacles came out, which shows you in a wonderful place of feeling safe and secure with spirit here. So I feel like this would be, they're like, just trust the patience, trust the process. It'll eventually get you here, you know, to where you're feeling this, safety within this hedge that's happening here. So um, I like it. So that I feel like that is a no. So right, and then question number 6. Okay. Hmm. I like it. You're gonna feel mother natured, mother nurtured here. So I like that here because you had the 5 of Pentacles, which is a transformation of feeling abandoned, being left out in the cold, being having feeling lack and that type of thing. And but you feel this warmth and this nurturing from them here. And you have the Prince of Swords, which is the Page of Swords, new ways of thinking, seeing things from a higher perspective. This is trusting the creator, realizing that the outside world will always make us feel abandoned and left behind at some point, but that we have this beautiful connection of trust that we can build with the upper world. But I feel like um, the energy that comes in is very, very calm, very nurturing and mothering. You just feel um just supported, through all this too. But they give you information, seeing things from a different perspective, and give you some knowledge. So they're dropping some knowledge with the sword there. And I feel like it transforms how you're feeling about yourself and about supporting and nurturing yourself, as well as I feel like that is how they come across as well. So I like it. Seems like it's a good conversation. Oh, yeah, let me just put all these cards back here real quick here so you won't have to deal with a change in a year from now. I imagine there's gonna be change a year from now, but your specific change you're wondering about. Ha 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 ha. That's my fake laugh. Let's see what else. I know, I can't help it. You have balance, so I don't feel like there's significant changes that happen, and the Emperor is you initiating change in your life. It's not anything that is forcing you. This is you initiating changes in your life. So it's you being in power and control and a beautiful balance that comes in there. I feel like I want to give you a power of surrender card for your final card here. Surrender negative thinking. And then I will zero in and then I will read that, which says, you have control over your thoughts. When negative thoughts surface, say, thank you for sharing, and quickly refocus on positive affirmations. Boom. So there you go. So when the negative thinking arises and the fear rises, yeah, it's like, oh, yeah, thank you for sharing. Bye bye. And, like I said, I probably have mentioned it before, but I will continue to mention it until spirit doesn't bring it to my brain. Um, but to change, especially when we're going through, like you're saying at this time, if ever there is a situation where we're being drawn out into the fear world, put a reminder on your phone every waking half hour, come back to gratitude, come back to love, come back to, whatever. Uh, just we're moving from fear to gratitude. And gratitude is the fear killer. We start to be, what am I grateful for in this moment? Because then we bring in more of that. When we focus on our fears, we're basically inviting more lower vibrational things, saying, I'm bored. I want more things to miss and to hate and challenges. Come on, bring it in. And so that helps bring me back, bring me back, bring me back to gratitude, to love, to sitting in that energy. So, good. So, um, enjoy. Thanks for sharing. All right. And thank you for all your donations. I greatly appreciate you. And hang in there, my dear. All right. So, Cherry Sugar, thank you so much for your additional donations. Appreciate you. All right. So, all right. So, for the last question, okay. So, I'll answer the other one and then I'll do more about them here. So, you were wondering if people change their vibration, not the vibration we usually talk here, more like personality, after some time after being through something. So they're seen as a new person in tarot or psychic visions. Um, the I see what you're saying here. So, I mean, because people change, people are always the human character is constantly transforming. At our core, it's like Rumi says, we don't have to find love. We find the barriers that we've created between us and love. We don't have to become someone different. We don't become someone new. We just remove the barriers that we've created between us. We talked about because Spirit will show me, as children, people paper mache, how you dip it and you put it around something, they're putting it around. We're constantly having people we're allowing, people are handing it and we're putting it on ourselves and we're creating almost like this mummified human that you can't, all you see is their eyes and their little air holes for their nose and their mouth. And that's all we see is what we've taken on this human character throughout life. But inside, we're still the same powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being made of unconditional love. The human characters we have, when you think of astrology, every sign has a lower vibration and a higher vibration, a lower expression, a higher expression of the traits we have. And they're expressed differently with that. So, when we're looking at vibrational changes, people like the personality doesn't change, the expression of the personality changes. Like, I can be a very stubborn person and no, my way or the highway, or I can be a stubborn person in that I don't give up on people and I really, are friends for life with people no matter what. You know, different expressions of the same personality. It's just viewed differently. So at the core, we're always going to recognize, like in a tarot psychic vision, we're always going to recognize the core of the energy of someone who is, even though the expression on the outside might change, we're still going to recognize like the voice, the spiritual voice, the spiritual expression that's underneath it, if that makes sense. So you do feel the difference. And spirit, like when you're doing tarot and psychic visions, um, they tell us, they know that they see it all. They're the ones, it's not me or the tarot reader. Usually it's not the tarot reader. If it's the tarot reader, they're in their ego, not connecting to spirit. But um when we're connecting to the eyes in the sky who see everything outside of space and time. And so they know if they say, no, it's not the same person. You're like, okay, then we believe them because they know. So hopefully that helps with that there. And I guess I can pull some cards for it too. So let's take a look here. See what else they want you to know here about changes in vibration. Hey, Fanae, I do go in order, first come, first serve on free readings. Right now, I am completing donations. I do step out and prioritize those. So if you want yours prioritized, you can make a donation of any kind and you'll be here after Cheery. Otherwise, there's a long list of free readings and I'll get to you hopefully eventually. Not guaranteed though, because the list is long. All right. All right. So let's take a look here, Cheery. Yeah. So here we go. So we express emotions differently. There's different ways of expressing who we are. So we see the different, it's still the same person at the center, but how we are expressing ourselves can differ, but we're still going to recognize the person. It's like they're showing me a singer and you recognize them, even though they're singing different, um, genres of music and they can even change up their voice, you still recognize them. You're like, "Oh my god, that's Madonna, and she's singing this. What who knew?" Or whoever. And then we have the Justice card, which is the balancing of things here. again, this is we see things from a higher perspective, and it's just a matter of we see things clearly. You know, the one side of the scale is their human, the other side of the scale is their higher self. The scale is always there. We see the scale, even though the scales might change on what's on the scales. We still see the scale, if that makes sense. All right. So hopefully that answered that question there. And then you want to know more about this individual. And I feel like we're going to hear the Psychic Tarot Oracle. Let's see what they bring in here for you. Okay, so they gave you two of these cards. These are Oracle. Okay. So we've got the solar plexus card coming in here. Here's that three again with the Empress with this heartwarming glow. They have the sense of their power. They have a very strong solar plexus energy that comes in. And of course, um, this is fire element. Was your mom a fire sign? I'm just wondering. And the key words for that are I can. So they have this very I can energy that's around them. And so it represents power, vitality, willpower, self esteem, and confidence. Very much the energy that I did feel, and we probably have shared with everything that they're doing. They're confident and they have a high self esteem because of that high self love, but they're not arrogant. Arrogance is I can do it better than everyone else. Confidence is I know what I can do, and I like that. Um, this, of course, is where the emotions and feelings are recorded, and this chakra is associated with clairsentience, which is inner feeling. So they are very okay. Yeah, I feel here with this fire energy. So I feel like they definitely are, um, you know, like a Sagittarius energy or around your mom. Yeah, I feel like they're almost like born on your mom's birthday. Um, and so let's see. I don't think there's anything here. Oh, yeah, this is funny because they're talking about to balance the chakra. You may want to try yoga, dance, and movement, or breath work with color. In addition, be aware of people who drain your energy. It says workshops and classes that focus on empowerment will help you open and harmonize this area. It's so funny because we talked about where do you meet them? At a workshop, a class. So a workshop or class that focus on empowerment is where you meet them. So I like it. And then in addition to that 3, you got, the universe card number 21, which 2 plus 1 is 3. So this 3 number is coming up here. Um, it's an important number to be aware of. But the universe card, of course, is the world card, ending of old cycles, beginning of new cycles. Uh, so, um, very much transformational type of energy. It says you've come far on your journey and it's time to be rewarded for your efforts. So they've come a long way on their journey as well. And this card symbolizes completion, triumph, peace, liberation, and fulfillment. These are their energies. Everything that they strive for is always within their reach. And it talks about the universe is the last of the major arcana, reflects the work that they've accomplished on their travels, but more importantly, it represents the wisdom they gleaned along the way. So a very wise individual. They're very traveled. I feel like they have learned a lot. Maybe they studied Chinese medicine in China, or they've been around different places, learning these modalities, doing this. So they're very traveled, which makes sense. Sagittarians love travel. They're long distance foreign travel. So very much that type of energy. I think you had before thought that they might be a foreigner, but I feel like they are from Japan, but I feel like they've traveled so much, it almost seems like they're a foreigner because I feel like they've spent more time traveling and visiting than they have actually in country. The world is theirs to command, and um, free to travel in whatever direction the heart desires. They also said here that they can honor and acknowledge the truly wonderful soul that you are and accept the vital part that you play in the bigger scheme of life. So, something that stands out is they recognize your influence and impact for the world too. They connect everything in the cosmos. The universal card here is a reminder that the same energy making up the stars in the sky, the same energy that's coursing through the universe is in each and every individual. So that is the energy work that's coming in. So they definitely do energy work like qigong or reiki. They do, work related to that. And in ancient times, many believed that each star was the soul of one person. They also believe that these souls shine so brightly to guide others through the darkness, and so too can this wise soul. So they do guide people through the darkness, and they help a lot of people. Yeah, yeah. Sagittarius energy too. They just draw people to them. Their energy, but their expanded energy. Whoops, and the energy work they do are very much in relation to all of this too. So very, very, they just have traveled so much. They don't judge people. They learned a lot about different cultures. They've learned a lot through masters, like Reiki masters, Qigong masters, acupuncture. So I feel like they've had a full life, even though I don't feel like they're an old man, right? You're like, thank God, but they feel like an old soul that's learned so much from a very early age. I even feel like in high school, like in the high school age, they were already getting involved with acupuncture. Like maybe um, it's like they come from a family that they were exposed to it very early, so they started very early learning, different things too. So, I like that. Alright, maybe it, wiped out for you, LA. I still see it all though, so you're good. No, lovely, I haven't, I've been doing, donations, so I haven't gotten to yours yet. So everyone, you're good, everyone. All right, so I love that. I love this energy from Cheria. I just feel like it's someone that you're just gonna be like, "Wow, I'm impressed." And I know you're not easily impressed, but you're like, "Oh, I'm impressed," you know? So I like it. Alrighty. And so I think that is it there. So that is what they have for you. So many blessings. And again, thank you so much for all the donations. And I think that is it for the donations right now. So we are scrolling. And we had left off with Marie Jones. So hello, Marie. You'd like a career reading for next week. All right. So you've got the magician card, which is a great card to come in here because this is about, the master manifester, but it shows that you have so much power in your hands with what's unfolding with your career next week. It is this energy of whatever we focus on is what grows and expands. And I like this energy of I get to choose what I'm focusing on and I'm expanding that in my life. So like if we focus on what I hate in my job, well, we're telling the universe, I really enjoy hating things in my job. Can you bring me more? Or I'm not getting a job, or I feel like I'm missing something. It's like I really enjoy that. Can you bring more of that? And the universe is like, yeah, we're on board. Whatever you're pointing at, is what they bring more of. And so when you focus on what you're grateful for, in your job or past jobs or that a job is coming, then that brings in this energy of gratitude. So the more you can focus your energy on intentionally focusing on gratitude around job, then that seeps down into our subconscious where a lot of automatic autopilot is going on, focusing on fear, fear, fear. And like we talked about earlier, if you can like have like a vibrating silent alarm on your phone every waking hour or half hour to come back to gratitude, come back to gratitude, come back to gratitude, the more energy and the more impact that the energy makes. So that is what they have for you, Marie. So many blessings to you. Right, Vidi Jalan. Hello, hello. What are you avoiding that needs attention? All right. So we have the Knight of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles, this knight is on a pursuit of looking at their worth in relationship to the outside world in a different way. They are, you know, on this quest to see what their true worth is. And I love the dragonflies here with the transformation that's coming in. And, a dragonfly, they actually skip, you know, they go from larva to dragonfly, whereas some, start off as a larva and then they go into a cocoon, and then there's a middle piece of like butterflies and so there's this um even like a tadpole, I believe, has like a piece where it's both water and air till it becomes like an air breathing. There's this jumping of a step, and I feel like what Spirit is bringing in with all of that is that there is this time here that you can look at, how do I feel about myself? Where do I look for my worth? And discovering more and more in the pursuit, the knight goes into the outside world and looks into relationships, looks into jobs and education and situations that we can get into, looks into our bodies, our bank accounts, possessions, searches all in the outside world, but then it discovers all those things are unstable and I'm not finding what I'm questing after. I'm finding retail price in the outside world. What am I worth to others, not my self worth? So there's this drawing in of looking, turning inward and upward to defining your worth, your self worth, your capital S self worth, which is unconditional love and eternal love that comes from above. That becomes your foundation, and then that changes your whole perspective of the outside world, because if you're feeling disappointed in the outside world, that's telling us that we're focusing on that to define ourselves. And so, because when we're finding our worth from the inside, we look at the outside world without expectation. We don't expect it to fill us up. We find that on the inside, and then the world changes from a place of lack to a place of abundance. So, really looking at where am I putting my uh, the root of my worth is an important thing that they want you to be aware of right now. So that is what they have for you, VD. So many blessings to you. You put your alarms this time. Whoop, whoop, whoop. You're so funny. All right. And Johanna Jurison, Jurison, I don't know how to say that you'll be up next for the next free reading, but I do have a couple more donations, so I will complete those. All right. And make sure. Okay. I was just making sure I wasn't seeing it twice. You want even more about them. Wow. So let's take a look here. Where do we want to go next for more information about them? Okay. So they're giving you oracle for these here. Yeah, they want to give you the angels and ancestor oracle. I know, not another druid. No more scary pictures. You're welcome, VD. All right. Well, not as scary. I know he has horns, but those aren't his. They're just a hat. Very much a shaman energy. Try Track down your fears and desires. Oh, this is the hunter. Yeah. All right. So let's see what else more about him here. So the message that comes with the card is about tracking down all of your fearful thoughts and feelings, and when you find them, you'll find your desires too. So we already know that they've done their work, but this confirms they've really faced a lot of their fears that they've had in their life. And the hunter card is based on the Celtic god Cernunnos. I probably mispronounced that. He's the stag god of the wild and represents both the hunted and the hunter. Similarly, the hunter helps you connect with an energy that is both fearful and fearless. Your fears are the only things that are standing between you and what you desire at this time. So you have to come face to face with them as the hunter does with wild animals and go beyond them. So I like the hunter and hunted. I like that they don't feel like they have to pursue and they don't have to be the one pursued. They like that it's an equal partnership. Like they treat you as someone equal. I like that energy that's coming in there. I do like that they're bringing you this message from the future just about fears are something that impact your life in a big way and they want to help you from beyond, from the future. It's like their higher self, their future higher self is coming in and bringing you this message around your fearful thoughts and feelings. And it says, instead of being hunted down by your fears or other feelings that you have buried, become the hunter. You're being given confidence and strength at this time. So use your power to make a difference. You're not here to cower away or live in the shadows. You're here to realize your fullest potential. But this can only occur when you step up and do what needs to be done. And when this card arises, there could be an opportunity to face an aspect of your past or bring closure to a situation that has been haunting you. This card can represent masculinity and an opportunity to know yourself more deeply. That divine masculine side of you, the one that takes action, the one that steps forward and has movement, and it also can bring you a connection with your divine feminine side, which represents your capacity to be strong and powerful and overcome limitations. So I like that too, that they're a good balance of their divine masculine and feminine. They don't have to be this warrior um outwardly because they're a warrior on the inside, but they have compassion. I mean, like we said, they already have that divine feminine energy that comes through as very nurturing energy, like a mother, but also strong balance also when needed as a father. So they're very nurturing, but they know how to um, bring forth things in a strong way, but in a compassionate way, which I feel comes through them dealing with patients, like individual, not patients. Well, like patience with patients, right? With individuals. So I feel like we've really got that there. I'm gonna want to get a fortune cookie here too. Let's see what else they have here. I like it. So we've got the challenges card coming in here, which says take time out from problems or conflicts or approach softly to avoid making matters worse. So exactly as I was just saying. So I like that energy coming in for them. Um, I'm gonna pull just a few more tarot here, and then Alex, you'll be up next here. All right, yeah. Peaceful mind, 3 of Pentacles. I think we got this before, but they really are someone who's not afraid to be themselves and be unique to themselves, and they like people to be unique to themselves too. Very peaceful mind, very zen feeling, very, at rest. So I do like that energy. Just it's a very calming, just a calming presence, right? Um, so I do like that here. And yeah, we're gonna use the clarity deck here too. Because these bring clarifying questions. So let's see what else they want you to know here. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. So they do talk about sexuality here and openness. Well, here, I don't think you saw that here. And it says, in what areas of your life are you being passive? In contrast, where are you being receptive? What is the difference between the two for you? So I like that they're um, bringing in a little bit of like there is passion between the two of you, and being open to what you both have to offer each other. So they do have this. Um, I like that they bring it in there because it makes them more human. That they do have, passionate desires, but they also are. They honor their body. They honor who they are, and I like that. So, all right. So that is what they have there, Cheery. Hopefully that helps. Bring a little more picture around this person for the future. All right, Alex. So you are up next. Thank you for your donation. And you want to know what's to come in love for you, please. All right, let's take a look here. All right, 312. Let's see what we got going on here. Okay, what's this middle one? All right. All right. I know we always like to start off with the patience card when it comes to love, right? But this is a card of transformation, seeing love from a different perspective in this transformation of caterpillar to butterfly, right? So there is this holding period that's been going on here regarding love. We have the moon, which, another major arcana, two major arcana, and then you also have a royal here. But the two major arcana are that's been significant for you during this period. The holding period is happening so that you can nurture yourself, that you can dive deep into the unknown, that what's going on below the surface that you have around love, around you know, what you're wanting in life, what restrictions and whatever can be cleared out to make the pathway to love and emotion a more clear one, right? And with the King of Wands, one represents your higher self. It's the highest spiritual energy you can experience. So that is great that you are having this, you know, time because your higher self has wanted this for you, knowing that it's best for you. But you also have this energy of taking control of where you're investing your energy. Whatever you focus on does grow and expand. And so they are saying here that as you invest energy into this, the faster the transformational process goes and the faster your higher vibration love is happening, that will draw in the love that you're looking for. This also has to do with some deep-seated beliefs around what passion means and is allowed, um, and it can be some judgments around what we feel, how love can be expressed with passion and the taboo of no, but it's about really questioning where those fears come from so that you can have more vulnerability, more openness, more flexibility with how you can express your passion. So some of that excuse me does have to be going on down there. Excuse me just a sec. Got to wet the whistle. All right. because that does roll over here into the 4 of Cups, which represents it's emotional stability, but there's also the old love we've had, bleh, after a while, it just kinda poops out because the higher love, the passionate love you're looking for is what you're also learning during this period. The more you focus on the unconditional love from above and expand your self-love, the more that overflows and is able to fill up the relationships of the outside world. So they are pointing you back to balancing your chakras, connecting to your higher love, which allows that to flow out to the world here. So I feel like progress is being made. You are in this movement, things are going forward, and you have another royal coming in here. More of this divine masculine energy. You had the king of wands, and you have the emperor, which rules over all of the kings. So there is this transformation that's coming, Aries energy, new beginnings, putting your thoughts and beliefs into form, taking action. What am I going to do? Not waiting for it to come to you, but stepping forward. New opportunities are coming up here with the Ace of Pentacles that allows you to get around people, to meet people. But I feel like it's more about this energy of doing things that you're passionate about and that you love. It's not like you're a hunter hunting for love, but you're finding love on the inside. You're allowing it to be expressed into the outside world. But in doing things that you love, those are where the opportunities open up. It's not like you're going to speed dating, you're going to do pottery, and you meet someone that also loves doing pottery, or a meetup group that likes to hike, or someone that does energy work and you do energy work. And so you go to a workshop for energy work. It's this type of thing that unfolds in the outside world. And that's where they're leading you to. So there you are, emerging from the cocoon, but it's about taking action and putting yourself and getting out of the cocoon, getting out, and doing things you love, not with the intention of, okay, where's the love, but expressing your love, trusting the timing. So I like that. So definitely, and if you're like, well, I don't have any hobbies, well, guess what? You get to look into your heart and go, what makes my heart sing? What makes my heart feel full? I'm gonna do that. Or if you have a close friend, go, I want to try something new. What do you do? you know, and you get to go taste of different things and find out what is your passion if you've always given up for everyone else and you need to discover who it happens. I know when I went through that, I used to always go to restaurants everyone else wanted to go, whatever movies. I always did what everyone else wanted to do because I didn't want to rock the boat. I didn't want to have my idea shot down, which is always reinforced when people go, no, 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 you choose. All right, well, let's go for Mexican food. Oh, it upsets my stomach. What else? Well, how about that Chinese place? Oh, I hate that place. It's so bad. Well, then you choose, and we're put into this place where we're always giving up our passions for everyone else's. And then there comes a point in our life where I want to do what I want to do. And then this passion that comes in is like, oh, I get it now. I get to choose. And I remember I would go to try different restaurants. I'd do either takeout or go sit in the restaurant by myself. I know, ooh, scary, but I would go and I'd be like, well, this is all right. But then I'm like, oh, I love this food. This is my favorite restaurant. And then I had a favorite restaurant, a favorite type of food. And then movies, I tried different movies and I'm like, "Ugh, I don't like horror movies." These didn't, but I'm like, "Oh, I like comedies. Oh, I like this." So you develop your own tastes, but this is what you do and this is where you find it. So I like it. So that's what's coming in for you, Alex. So many blessings to you again. Thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. And Rue, hello, hello. Thank you so much for your donation. You guys are awesome, and I appreciate all the donations. I know people who are waiting for free readings. I appreciate your patience. This is what I do full time, and if I didn't get donations, I would be out working a full time job, and I wouldn't be on being able to do this. So I definitely honor donations, and I appreciate all of you guys' patience for the free readings. All right. So, Rue, you want to know the TF journey update with Vibor. All right. The Taurus and you. All right. So let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know about this journey? Okay. What else? Alrighty. And what do we have here? Wow. Okay. Well, it does feel like it's plunking along here, right? You have the wish come true, wish fulfillment card with the Hanged Man, which is the wish is on its way. It's developing, it's transforming, right? We get this with the cocoon of the caterpillar to the butterfly. It takes time for the caterpillar to form within it. But I like it that there's telling you that there is this formation, the things are transforming, where your emotional wish fulfillment is in process here. So I like this. Whether it is with them or not, I'm going to verify because I feel like they're saying that, how this is unfolding, it's you're gonna be very happy about all this, because this is like a dream come true. Um, but and I'm gonna verify if it is with this Taurus, because you do have the Three of Pentacles, which is Spirit saying, be true to your authentic self. Don't be drawn off and to go, off into, different directions. Just be true to you, to your true authentic self. Don't worry about letting people down or losing their praise or getting punished. You get to be true to you, because the person that you end up with loves you for you, and they love your uniqueness, your your weirdness, your strangeness, you know, since you're talking about strangely, we both have a lot of weird dreams. Yeah. So I like this that they love you for you, and it comes out of nowhere. It advances very fast. That's why I want to confirm it's them, because the Eight of Wands is fast, 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 fast moving energy. And what does it bring? Shut up. 10 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles. I mean, this is the emotional overflowing of relationship, and the 10 of Pentacles is the physical overflow of relationship and abundance that's coming together. So, it's like boom, 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 boom here. Definitely, uh, it just, it's like, here it is. It just goes from, well, it's like a butterfly. It goes from one day you're like, well, I see them struggling. And then you go out the next morning and here's this beautiful butterfly. It's like, oh, here it is. That's the way it feels. Like it just happens suddenly. Um, but I'm going to just verify here. Is it with this Taurus that you were talking about? Since we're talking about that journey, I'll get more clarity. Because so we've got here's the butterfly, ending of one world and beginning of a new one, ending of old cycles, beginning of new journey. So that's almost making me lean towards that it's a new adventure with someone new. But let me just verify here. Well, you got the Sun card coming in here. So brightness and victory, and there's that butterfly again. Leo energy, fire sign energy. Yeah, and we have the Knight of Cups, movement of love that comes in here. Um, so it feels like, I'm not sure how close you two are, but it feels like there's like a new thing comes in here. You got the Queen of Wands. So are you well, no, you said you're a Libra, right? Yeah, Libra. There's a lot of fire energy that's coming in here. Queen of Wands, of course, has a great connection. So sorry, connection to the spirit world. So trust your gut, trust your instinct. Here's the Lion again. So I just feel like there might be this transformation happening here. Um, soon. That it feels very fire signy Leo possible energy. Um, Kind of want to pull an oracle just to get clarity here. Yeah, actually being drawn to an empowering questions card. Let's take a look here. What's happening? What's happening, Brew? Oh, could be. Yeah, because of us. What or who am I beneath all my roles? Being true to your authentic self. Again, coming back to the authenticity of who you are and what you're wanting here. Well, I feel like they're kind of saying that this journey unfolds, and whoever this is, I almost feel like ultimately there's someone else that just blows you away later. So I feel like they're just kind of letting you know just to take things in stride. Just feel like I need to pull another card, but um, oh yeah, I have these angel oracle here, and there's yes or no cards. So that's what they were drawing me to. Is like you want an exact answer? Let's take a look here. Yeah, yeah. So when I was asking, is it this one that you're going to be with? They say unlikely. No, I'm going to pull some of these other because they've got that, and they've got um what was the first one? The one's yes or no, and then this one is it direction? And then there's angel messages. Let's take a look here. Oh, okay. Yeah. Because they go, it's not the right time. And then let's get the angel message here. See what this message is, because I'm like just like, well, I feel like, and maybe it's just my fear of not wanting to be the bearer of the popping the balloon. Yeah. So there's a peaceful resolution. So I feel like you guys do, you know, um, come together, but I feel like there's a peaceful resolution that comes between the two of you. I don't feel like it heads anywhere. Um like very, very deeply, deeply, deeply um further than where you're at now. I feel like you guys are, like you said, you're planning to get together physically, but if it doesn't um, come to fruition, you'll know that there's a Leo fire energy that's coming your way. That's going to be like, holy moly, and just blow your socks off. Whoever, if it's not them, which I don't feel like it is them, that there's this energy that's coming for you that's going to be like, oh, wow. Mm. Okay. Yeah. So just be aware. I mean, there will be no doubt. I mean, the 10 of this just came out. This came out, joy, celebration, wedding, marriage, 10 of cups again. So they're like, you'll know, there's not gonna be any doubt. You're just gonna be like, wow. So it's yeah, Leo, exactly. I feel like there's a Leo. So it's just gonna be very, very obvious to you. So that's what they have for you, Rue. So there you go. I like where it's headed, though. I mean, 10 of cups and 10 of pentacles, boom. And 8 of wands is a lot of passion, too. So I just love the fullness that they bring. They bring you everything that you've ever wanted. You're just like, no way, this is almost too good to be true. But it's beautiful. So I like it. All right. And that is what they have for you. So many blessings. Thank you again so much for your donation. And I think we're back to the free reading. So we were to Johanna Jurison. I probably murdered that. I'm so sorry. And do you have any psychic intuitive abilities? Well, you definitely do, because we all do. The expression of here, we've got the 10 of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles, which has to do with the foundation. First, the Knight pursues looking at their worth in relationship to the outside world in a stronger way. And I feel like there's just this nudging forward of spirit around confidence, around who you are and your abilities, and remembering who you really are. You're so much more than the physical person in this world. You are a powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being made of unconditional love that just, is down here for this experience, but it's not who you are. So there's this journey, really like going to the moon and looking down and seeing yourself from a different perspective. But you definitely do have psychic and intuitive abilities because it's part of our nature. It's just a matter of clearing away the obstacles that we've created between us and those, because when I began opening back up to my spiritual abilities that I had suppressed when I was younger, I had a memory of when I was on the playground, and I was like maybe first grade, and I remember we were playing outside on recess, and two boys were picking on a girl, and I saw it, and I could feel her fearful emotions and what they were saying to her, how mean they were being to her. And so I went over and I'm like, "Why are you guys being mean to her? Don't you know realize how you're making her feel?" Because I thought everyone felt that way. Well, of course, they turned their attention to me as she walked away, and then they started picking on me. And then you learn, don't talk about what you're feeling. But at some point, we realize and we start clearing away these obstacles, these beliefs that we were given about no, 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 no. You don't see, your grandpa Joe. He passed away before you were born. How could you possibly see them? It's like this type of stuff where we're, psh, 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 but now there's this opening up, and you're taking away the veils and taking away the obstacles in between. So I like that for you, Johanna. So many blessings to you. And we'll continue moving down the list here. All right. Sounds like a plan, Rue. And if you have another question, you can pop it down there. Yeah, definitely have a good day as well. So we'll continue on the free readings. If you have another question, pop it down there and I will jump to that. So Starfall, hey. So a bird came close to your window and it was having a lot of struggles flying. It almost bounced up and down, trying to fly three times. Was there a spiritual meaning with that for you? Oh my gosh. You mean 3 times? So you got the 3 of Cups coming in here, and it's a beautiful card. 3 of Cups represents joy, celebration, and there's this energy here. Look at all these birds. Um, I love it. I love the synchronicity. Uh, so one, its spirit was trying to get your attention. So, obviously you're like, okay, I'm picking up what you're putting down. But there's this, are you doing what makes your heart sing? Like a bird's one, the struggle flying is a message of, are you living your dream? Are you doing what makes your heart sing? Because another big thing about birds, besides flight, is their song. They're, proclaiming and putting forth this creation. And the 3 of Cups being the number of creativity, um, there is this, upliftingness that you can fly, you can go to places, you can, you have your whole posse of support, you have the entourage of your spiritual team that's around you, guiding you and helping you, and you can ask them for assistance. Because that's one thing when they try to get your attention is that, hey, we're around. You can ask us for help and answers and guidance and signs. And so definitely do that. But I feel like there's a message here about singing your song and allowing yourself to express that. So I feel like that is what is coming in there for you, Starfall. So many blessings for you. I like it. I like it. I like it. All right. And Richa Datta, you'll be my next free reading. I'll be back here in just a moment. I do have another donation. Thank you, Rue. So there's a guy in your class you haven't talked to, but we had a lot of eye contact. Ooh, and you're kind of crushing on him. Do you think it's him? Oh, okay. Let's take a look here. See, is this your vibing Leo? And what does he think of you? Whether they are or not. Let's take a look here. Well, I think it might be. You've got the Wheel of Fortune and you got the Lover's card here. So if not, there's definitely a connection there. They're definitely someone that to get to know here. Your human self will feel like it's the tune for you there. So I really like that coming in there. They're what do they think of you? The Tower card, the Hermit and the Tower. So the Hermit card is I kind of feel like they're thinking of you as someone that might draw them out of their hermithood, and that there's this change. People are brought into people's life for a reason and out of people's lives for a reason to open a pathway. And I feel like they have this energy here, like they feel like, you know, I think there's this, like they're to themselves, or they've been alone in their life and hermiting, but they're ready for this, explosiveness that comes here with this volcano erupting, this tower being hit by lightning. So I like this for you here. Yeah, right. Shazam! Let's take a look here. Yeah, the Nine of Wands, another hermit's journey, moving beyond the barriers that they had before, the energetic barriers. So I do feel like they're seeing that they're ready, and I feel like they're ready for a rebirth. Here's the death and rebirth coming in here, the phoenix rising from the ashes. So yeah, I feel like they felt the spark too, and that's why they feel drawn to you. So whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah. So I feel like they're ready there, and it doesn't sound like a Leo energy, but Leos who had some, I was going to say Leos who's had some heartbreak and disappointments, they kind of do stand back, but I feel like they've been on their inner journey, and definitely they see you there. Well, I guess that was the view, is that they see you as someone that's drawing them out of their shell, that they're someone worth pursuing, that there's this interest there. Let's see. Yeah. Well, here's the Leo again. Leo energy, sun energy. So they see you as someone that like this brightness in the darkness. And usually there's someone on a hill and it's nighttime, but there is this bright shining light like a sun that just brings this brightness into their world. And here's that spark. They just see you as this um, just bright point in their life. So they definitely have a spark, a lot of wands energy, a lot of passion, sparky, sparky between you guys. So I like it. I would yeah. It's up to you here. Wow. Yeah, because you've got two twos. Up to you. They're already answering your question. They were like, the wands energy and the swords energy. I feel like as you change your energy towards them, like when you focus on gratitude for the attraction, close your eyes and open your heart and trust what your heart says on whether to pursue it or not. But you definitely have this, fork in the road, and there's no wrong choice, there's no right choice. You can, make the choice that you're wanting to do there. So what's meant for you won't pass you by, so it's not going to hurt either way. And even if it's just saying, tell them hi and um especially if because you said it's in class, right? Yeah, if there's someone in class that you're just like, hey, if there's like a study partner or something that has to happen, you're like, hey, would you like to do that? But I like it. I like it for you, Rue. So many blessings to you. That's what they have. And thank you for your additional donation. And here we go. All right. So Rita Dutta, you're up next here. So will you be able to get the desired job after your MBA? All right. Oh yeah. You've got the full card here, which is this beginning of a new adventure that's coming in here. So, this is a very positive card. It's free of expectations, this journey, this new adventure that you're headed off on. And so it feels very, abundant, very full. And I really like it. So, this would be a yes that you will get a desired job after your MBA, and it's just going to feel like a whole new adventure, a whole new world that you're headed off in because it follows the world card, which is the ending of old cycles, beginning of new, and ending of the old world being the last card of the major arcana, moving into a zero, a new starting point, a fresh start. And I'm very excited. So it's very positive there for you. All right. And then Queen 707, you are up next. Will you move into a new house in July? If not, which month will it be? Stressing you out. Okay, let's take a look here. Yeah, you do. You have the Six of Swords, which is movement of old ways of thinking to new ways of thinking, but also represents movement. So you definitely get new communication on movement here. And this would be a positive card toward movement. Just it's about letting go of some expectations around the house. And what I mean by that is not lowering your standards, but being clear on what it is that you want and not what you think other people think you should want, because that will clear away some things and allow you to find a home in that other direction. So you definitely have the energy here for that, um, with that change of mindset. So I like that for you, Queen. So best of luck in your house search. I like it. So many, many blessings to you. You're welcome, Rue. All right. Julia, you are up next. Leo's current feelings towards you. All right, let's take a look here and see what's going on with them here. I feel like they're going to be in their head until they get back from their trip because they are so in their head, overthinking, 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 thinking, and feelings are like on the back burner. I feel like there's so much in their head right now, just so much on their mind that things just aren't, you know, making it. No, like all the energy. I don't know why they're showing me the Starship Enterprise when they have to reroute all of their power to the shields or the propulsion system. I just feel like they've realtered everything to be into a certain place in their life, with everything that's going on. So they're thinking, and feelings just feel like they're like on a you know, I don't know, just an overthinking place, right? So I know, but I really feel like it's so much preparing for a trip, preparing for what they want when they come back, and they're just so much overwhelmed that they just and fears and thinking about the past and what if that's the future? So they're stressing out a little bit about a lot of things, but they're caught up in their head, which is keeping their heart in a cage. You know how they are, but that's what's coming through there. So, right, Julia, hang in there, my dear. Many blessings to you. And LA, I know you had your alarms, so you are down here somewheres. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't see what else you wrote there. You just, deleted them all. But I saw that you said, "You're right." That's what's important. I mark those days down when I'm right. I'm right. Celebrate it. All right, hang in there, my dear. All right. So, LA, you had changed up with your alarms. Let me take a look here. Alarm girl coming through. All right. So, why is KH coming in all of a sudden? Is she going to write a report in your favor? All right. Let's take a look here. I feel like they are. Here's the knight, riding in with the cup. Dun, da, da, da. It's like the riding in on the white horse, the hero bringing in the chalice, this joy, this positive emotion coming in here. So it does feel like there's this positive movement of emotion that's coming in with that LA. So very positive. I like it. Riding in on a white horse, a hero to save the day, right? Do 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 do. That's why I keep hearing the little horn in the background. Dun, da, da, da. So I like it. Very positive there for you, LA. So many blessings to you. And Mary, you are up next. So Mary with the pink M and white M, just in case there's another Mary in here. So how will consumers react to your business when it launches? Specifically your podcast and your website. All right, here's your podcast. Here's your website. So we got the podcast here, very positive with a page of cups, new emotion. Here's this new energy. They're loving it. So the podcast are very well received here. The website might need a little reboot. We've got a rebirth, a death, and a rebirth here. So it might need just a little bit of adjustment on there because this is a transformation that happens in there. But if it is, if you have already done that, that's what you're doing is like revamping a website and making it user friendly or whatever. It's very well received too. It feels like a phoenix rising from the ashes, like wow. So I like those energies coming in there for you. So that is what, and websites are always going through a transformation anyway, because there's always new things to add, new things to update, keeping it fresh. So but I like it. Very positive things there for you, Mary. So many blessings. And then Divine Love, you are up next. Anything that you need to know. So you have the Knight of Swords. You have new communication coming in here in the near future. And it does bring you like a light bulb, aha type of as the sun comes out. This, it's this awareness. It's like you see things from a different perspective, a higher perspective, and you're seeing answers to questions that you didn't see an answer to before. And I feel like you've kind of had to just step away from it all and you just said, "Well, I don't know what to do, so I'm leaving it up to you." And then here comes these answers, and they're coming in fast. It's one of the faster moving horses. So I really like that coming in there for you. And I feel like a divine directions card real quick here for you. Hmm. Maybe it is about love. Let's see here. Sorry, it got really bright out of there suddenly. I will read it, but just in case, you can kind of see what it says there. Okay, here. The clouds are coming back over here. Says it's the right time for you to experience a loving, committed relationship. Enjoy it. So that's great. So there's some great communication coming in that's allowing you and opening up movement towards a committed relationship. So I like it. Boom, boom, boom. Here we go. All right. And Girl, Wake Up podcast. You'll be up next here. Let me just make sure here. Everyone always bothers us for a reason, LA. Because if they're bothering us, they're showing us something, right? And if they're not bothering us, they're also showing us something. All right. So, Girl, Wake Up. Any permanent job offers coming your way? Let's take a look here. Yeah, I feel here with the Ace of Swords, this is new communication, but it's about letting go of um, a lot of expectations, letting go of some control. Here's your human self connecting with your higher self, trusting, and seeing things from a different, higher perspective comes in with both of these two. I feel like there's some job offers that you might be not seen because of expectations and supposed tos and shoulds and need tos of the how, the where, the when, the what. And if you open it up more, you're going to see opportunities that you wouldn't have seen before. But you have to be able to open up and drop some of the fears, some of the supposed tos, the beliefs that you have around like what kind of job that you're supposed to be in. And I could never do that, blah, blah, blah. It's like, they show me like this, job search and you have to, you filter it by putting customer service and this and that, and then it limits the jobs that are available. They're like, don't limit it. Just give it a try. If it's location, then put it within a certain amount of miles or whatever, but um don't limit it and see what comes up because you might find something that you wouldn't have seen um, by doing that. So I like it, Girl Wake Up podcast. So very positive energy. I feel like it is uh, huge possibilities. You just need to kind of open that up. All right. Boom. There we go. All right. See where we at here. Oh, there is. So Rose with the brown icon with the white R, Rose, because I have a couple roses that come in here as well. So, general for the next 10 days. All right. And I am doing one card readings for the free readings right now because I'm at 2.5 hours. So I'm going to try to get through as many as I can here, probably see how long I'll last here. So we got the 10 of wands. So 10 days, 10 wands. Energy for each day is coming in here. It's interesting. I never would have looked at it that way, but that's what spirit is showing me is every single day has energy for itself. They're showing me a little kid with their little lunch card and they're freaking out because they are um, worried about that they don't have enough money on the card for the rest of the week. And they're like, "I don't know, I'm not gonna have enough for lunch." And they showing this old lunch lady that I used to adore when I was younger. Of course, she has to appear. There she's just saying, "Honey," she goes, "That's reloaded every morning. You have enough for today. So just focus your energy on today. Tomorrow you'll have enough for tomorrow, and the next day you'll have enough for that." So this message of you have enough for each day, and try not to look at all the days ahead, even the hours ahead. Just know I have enough for this hour, and I'm going to do what I'm going to do in this hour and enjoy the journey, enjoy each of the days. And I really like that. You have enough for today, honey. So there's the message for you, Rose. So I like it. Many blessings to you. All right. So, Nuza Miranda, you are up next here. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's following your passion. Um, and and you know, of course there's some things that people will have qualifiers that, they need it, well, you can't be a doctor without the the medical degree. But definitely, uh, if you are drawn to it, just check in on it and go, "I know you have this, but I have this experience. Would you count that for that?" And they're like, "Yeah, definitely. Put in your resume," kind of thing. So I like it. Nosy LA. Hey, I know we had something in common. All right. So Nusa Miranda, can you trust A at this time? Or does he have someone? All right, let's take a look here. I'm just gonna refresh these cards real quick here and refresh my. All right. So let's take a look here. Can A be trusted regarding relationship here? Mm, when the devil card comes up, this is the shaking and the rattling of our lives and showing us the chains that bind us and the beliefs we have. So when we're asking, can I trust a human? The answer is no. Can I 100% trust a human? I can trust that when they're um, in fight or flight mode, they're going to do stupid stuff. Because when anyone goes into fight or flight mode, when their little inner child, when our inner child feels unsafe or out of control, alarms go off. The intelligent, compassionate, loving person is booted out of the control room, and a little 2-year-old who's scared with their pet cat are in control, and they do stupid stuff. They do reactionary, self preservation things, and they don't think about impact on other people. They're just in survival mode. And then when we come back into our adult, where our compassionate, intelligent adult comes in, we make different decisions. So I feel like with this devil card coming in, that they represent the shaking and rattling of our cage to show us what fears we have. And so that would just tell me that, well, it feels like, well, they're an opportunity to learn and grow and learn, wonderful things in that mirror that they'll show us about things, which tells me, hmm, yeah, they're going to be a human, and they're going to do things, and they're going to show us our insecurities by not being trustworthy. So it's a roundabout way, but I think they just wanted you to see that no human can be trusted when they're in fear. We can't be trusted when we're in fear. So the biggest thing we can do is focus on our finding our worth. Like, what are we trusting them with? That's a great question, right? What do we need to trust a human with? Well, do I need to trust them to be faithful? Do I need them to be faithful? Hmm. We're told that we need a partner to be faithful or be with only us, because that means something about us. But when we realize their actions and words don't mean anything about us, they just tell us about where they're at. Um, and so we start to learn and grow through that. That's that Capricorn Saturn energy kicking in, of the learning and the understanding of those things. So hopefully that helps, Nuza. I know you probably were looking for a yes or no, which they gave you a no, that they can't be trusted, but then they gave you a lot more to think about, right? All right. But that's what's going on, Nuza. So many blessings to you. All right. Um, Mary. Oh no, I already answered yours, Mary, about the business launch and products and website. I already probably in the last 20 minutes or so. So yeah, I already did yours. All right. Let's see, where was I? Here. I think I was up here. I did those. Oh, there I am. All right. So Ashul, hello, hello, Sadana. Oh yeah, I did answer that last night for you. Um, and the answer was yes last night. Let's see what they say today. But yeah, I think they even got something. They were bringing it back to my memory, which is amazing because I was on for 4 hours last night. How I'm remembering yours, but I remember that they said it last night because they had something where it's even higher than you thought you would get. Yeah. Because you have the 9 of Swords, which is fears. It's the ending of fears and nightmares and insomnia. They're like, "Don't worry, you're what are you fearing? Um, So last night, they said, "Don't worry, you're gonna be fine." But this is, letting you know that part of learning and growing, since they already answered your question, is what are you fearing? Is there a fear around this? What if you don't? There's a beautiful transformation that happens in facing our fears and going, okay, if what if I don't? If I don't, then I'll retake it or I'll do something else. We're always going to get through it. And you're 100% have overcome every single thing that's ever happened in your life, or you wouldn't be watching this video right now. So you have got through it all 100% of the time. So you can trust that you're always going to get through it, but you're going to be fine. But you always will get through everything. And if you have fears going into tests in the future, just know that when our body goes into fight or flight mode, that if you're doing the studying and you're doing all of that, you have it all stored in your subconscious and you have access to it. When you're not in fear, when you're in fear, you will be out of your mind and you won't have access to that in your mind because your intelligence is knocked out of the control room when you're in fight or flight mode, and a little 2-year-old and their pet cat are in charge, and you do not want them taking your test. So if you can have calmness before you go into tests, you'll have full access to your subconscious brain. So breathing exercises or whatever you need to do to feel calm before you go into a test, you'll have all of the answers. So I like it. All right, so that's what they have for you, Osho. So many blessings to you. All right, and let me just take a look here. So now we're getting into the readings that I have completed. So I'm just going to make sure I didn't skip over anyone here as I go down the list here. Okay, we did those. Okay, I think I'm to Berenice Ramirez. Let me just make sure here. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I did skip right on by you, didn't I? So I'm glad that you spoke up because I did. Let me just make sure I didn't skip anyone else too, because I think I was going a little too fast. Slow down. Oh no, you're up next after Berenice. So Berenice and then lovely Lovey. All right, so Berenice, blessings to you as well. Absolutely. And to get some good signs today. Absolutely. Okay. Well, you were just wishing us wonderfulness. You'd even ask a question. So many blessings to you, Bernice. Appreciate that. Unless you were asking for a sign. So just in case you were asking for a sign and you're rewatching this, let me just pull a card here for you. Yeah, it's tons of signs. Eight of Wands is a beautiful, beautiful energy because it represents messages from spirit and not only just a couple, but a ton. So be looking for signs all over the place. You're going to be getting them in the outside world, like songs on a radio, bumper stickers, a rogue email with a junk mail with a something in the subject line, overhearing someone's conversation, feathers, pennies, whatever it is. You're going to get a lot of ton in the physical world. You also get stuff just dropped into your mind. It's like they touch a memory, and something comes to mind and you're like, oh yeah. Or if there's someone who's passed who you're wanting to connect with and you're not thinking about him and all of a sudden you have a memory, that's them touching the memory to let you know that they're there. They're always there, but they're letting you know that they're there just as a reminder that you're not alone too. And you'll get emotional signs too. You'll just get a flood of emotion out of nowhere. So pay attention to all those because they have a ton of them coming in for you today. So that's what's coming in, Berenice, and many blessings to you. All right. Lovely, lovey. You are up. All right. Let's see. Let me find my space again here. There we go. So So there's a battle between VIP against COT. What's the outcome? A, B, C, or D? So A, B, C. Oh, D's on the bottom. All right. Let's see what we got here. A, we have the devil. A is a shaking and rattling of your world. Option B is, and look, major arcanas, new birth, abundance, Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. B looks very positive. C isn't that bad either, but it's about seeing things from a different perspective, seeing things from a higher place. Let's see if I can get all of these in here. And then D, destruction. So I feel like, no, this is just what something being removed out of your life on purpose for purpose. There's no wrong, this allows you to release things in your life. It makes you see things right. Um, the one that feels like the less work and the most abundant is B, and then C, and then it's a toss up between A and D. This feels more like you don't have to do as much work. Capricorn Saturn energy is doing the work, and then having the uh, reward. But this is just things are moving out of your life for you to make space for new things to come in and moving forward. But that's what's coming in, lovey, lovey. So hopefully that gives you what you need. Boom, boom, shakalaka. All right. So just scrolling down the list here. Um, well, your question, Lovey, wasn't it which choice? Because you gave 4 choices, like 4 outcomes? Or are you saying that there's 4 possible outcomes and which one is coming to pass? Is that what you meant? Okay. It's a good outcome. We've got the 10 of cups, joy and overflowingness, 6 of swords, movement from choppy waters to calmer waters. So there is a an outcome that feels joyful and overflowing and movement. So yeah. Yeah, I'm getting close to not being love 1, 2, 3, 4. Getting close. I'm almost at 3 hours, so I'm going to be closing down here in a minute. But feel free to ask your questions. If you're donating, I will definitely complete them in this session here. And but I do have a thank you, Jordan, on Cash App. Thank you. As you see that, and let me see here. I don't think did you ask your question already? Let me just scroll up here. Michelle Lisieux, you are the next free reading, just in case anyone's wondering. And then we did those. We did those. I'm just going to see how many real quick here, too. Kritika, did you even ask a question up above? Let me see here. I don't see a question from you, Kritika. You said you want to know if I reached you yet, and I hadn't because I don't see one from you. So if you have a question, pop it down below. Sorry if you hear some tapping in the background. We got a thunderstorm coming in. Big raindrops are hitting my window. Oh, and a lot more just started. Let's see here. So we did those. Those are all from Rue. Okay, I think I'm getting kind of to the bottom here, so I think I might should be able to get through most people. We'll see here how my energy holds up because I'm getting really, really hungry and uh, getting hungry. All right, so Jordan, thank you. What should you expect next week? Let's take a look here, see what we got going on. Wow. Well, I like those. Let me see what else about those here. Oh, it got really dark, didn't it? Ooh. I have to turn on another light here. What else? What else? What else? What else? All right. Well, looks good here. So next week, Jordan, you've got the Queen of Cups here, which is about trust your gut and trust your instinct for sure. Queen of Cups is a lot like the High Priestess. Great connection, great spiritual gifts. So trust the emotional flow, trust your gut as it's going through here because you've got this wonderful week of passion and drive and new energy that's coming in here and the Wheel of Fortune. So next week feels very very beneficial and full. This is the everything always is for us, but the Wheel of Fortune is of course, the tune of for you, the for tune. And sometimes our human side has a hard time, getting on board with this is for me. How is this for me? But when the Wheel of Fortune comes up, then even your human side feels whatever's unfolding is for you. So I really like that. It's a great week coming in. You do have endings and new beginnings that are coming in here. And, the world card is ending of old cycles, beginning of a new adventure. And you have the Two of Cups. Two of Cups can be romance, but it is definitely of a significant relationship that's either coming back, forming. Like I said, it can be romantic, it can be a best friend, it can be a family member that's coming back into your life that you haven't talked with in a while, like a cousin, or it can be any of that type of thing here. But it definitely is this restart, this letting go of the old ways of looking at something and this new beginning coming in. So it is this fresh start, this fresh adventure of romance or friendship, deep friendship, or love of some sort. Which there's a variety of different loves. So I like all that coming in here for you. It's very very positive, and I feel like I want to pull an oracle. Yeah, they want the Ask Your Guides oracle. So let's take a look here and see what they want you to know. I know I love that too. Info you might get a chance. I Depends on how many donations and different things that I get in here. Oh, okay. Yeah, so there is this transformation that happens here from loss. You have your healer guides that are coming in here. So some old loss, this is what's being left behind and what you're moving away from. So I like this. Card number 5, card of change, number of change. Yeah, from sorrow, depression, grief, and regret. So you may be entering or having experienced a period of loss, regret, disappointment, pain, and perhaps even grief. And these feelings may have arisen from painful circumstances, or they may be the result of a surfacing of unexpressed or unprocessed loss from the past, whether caused by something in the past or the present. Your heart is ready to unburden your pain, and your soul is ready to grow from these experiences. Your healer guides are present to assist you in your healing through those difficult times. These soothing helpers assure you that your present pain will transform into learning, and this too shall pass. Your joy will return. So ask your healer guides to help lift your heart and turn your loss and pain over to their loving care. Trust their counsel as they urge you to call a grief counselor, seek a healing massage, or pick up a book that will assist you in your current situation. Their message is seek sources of help. So I like that if you've been doing that, I feel like that's a like a validation, a confirmation that you were doing, doing things perfectly, and that it's bringing you the healing. So I don't mean to get all up in you guys' space there, but let me just turn that on there a little better because it got dark in here. Oh my goodness. Okay, there we go. But I feel like that is they're like validating it, and that you've done the work, you've stepped it in, um, and there's this release that's happening. That's the ending of the old and moving into the new, and allowing yourself to be open for love. So I like it, Jordan. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So that's what's coming in, and I'm excited for you. That's this coming week. So boom. All right. So many blessings to you. All right. Itchy nose. All right. So many, many blessings again. Thank you for your donation, Jordan. Sorry. Get distracted easily. Can tell when it's almost time to eat. My brain starts to eat on itself. I don't know. All right. So, love 1, 2, 3, 4. I did get your donation come through. I love, knock on wood, PayPal's been doing very good. So, all right. Let's take a look here. So, number one. Oh, it's okay. You know, it's not that I don't have plenty of resources here for it to feed on. So, you're fine. All right. And then number two. All right. So interesting. Well, we'll take a look here. We've got the Five of Pentacles coming in here, which the Five of Pentacles is normally, feelings of lack, being left behind, being left out in the cold, that type of thing. We got the six. Oh, okay. Six of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. So product manager. Here's that Six of Cups. You know who that is? your your senior product manager friend coming in here with abundance overflowing, and I feel like the chief of the other one, the chief that you were talking about, that you'd feel left out, and yeah, it just feels like wouldn't be as fulfilling and as full as the other one that I feel is coming in there. Yeah, right. That's funny. All right, and then number two. I like it. I like it. Overall, there's this joy and this brightness around here. They do have the conflicting mindsets as always. Um, you weren't hard headed growing up. Well, you didn't perceive yourself as hard headed growing up, right? But, speaking of hard-headed, they have the, inner conflict that's been going on, and they're going through this. So just know that's behind the scenes, but here's the Leo fun, childlike energy, right? That is coming in there. So we like that. And we have the Eight of Swords. There's movement, freedom, moving beyond their thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, and whatever's been making them feel blinded and bound. There's this movement in that. In the Strength card, here's that Leo energy. Whoops. So definitely a lot of Leo energy. Got two Leo major arcana energies that come in. The two Leo energies, which is all about childlikeness. They're ready to play, you know. Um, so I do like this. they've got the thinking, 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 and you're Leo, yeah, so you can relate. It's thinking, 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 and they're like, "Ugh, I just wanna have some fun. I'm tired of thinking. Can we just go have some fun? Let's go do something weird. Let's go let our inner children out to play." And I feel like that's what they're wanting to do, um, and then they go back into thinking, thinking, thinking. So let your inner Leo out so that they can, go do that and run, 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 run. So, yeah, that'd be good. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Sure, sure. We can something to look forward to tonight. I shall return. I will be back in 5 hours at 7 p.m. So I shall return. All right. You are very welcome, and thank you again for your multiple donations. I greatly appreciate those. All right. Hey, Galatians, question below. All right. So while you're typing your question, just for the sake of time here, since I'm hitting 3 hours, let me just see here. I think I left off with Michelle. Was it Michelle? Yeah, there she is. So Michelle is here. Let's try this again. I hope you have a beautiful, blessed day too. So some cards on what your spirit wants you to see right now. Let's take a look here. So you do have these opportunities that are available to you, and they're on the other side of this Nine of Wands, and it's stepping into your energy. I love that you are focusing here, and you have the Ace of Wands. You're removing it from here, where it's not an obstacle like it was before, where you feel like you've been beating your head up against a wall over and over and over again. Well, you've realized a lot of what was keeping you held back and keeping you from moving forward. And now you have this Ace of Wands in your hand. So as you focus your energy on what you do want and your wonderful gratitude for what is, and love and joy and the higher vibrations, it'll allow you to move through because you have a choice between lower vibrational things to draw new lower vibrational opportunities in, or higher vibrational energies with the white wolf. So you get to choose. There's always a struggle going on in between us, inside of us. Everyone has a dark wolf and a white wolf, lower vibrational capabilities of our energy and higher vibration. And we get to choose. Neither is right, neither is wrong. Just they bring in different things for us. So I like this for you. This is spirit saying you have new opportunities available to you, but which one are you going to choose? Neither is right, neither is wrong, but they want to let you know that it's in your hands. So I'm liking it. So that's what's coming in for you, Michelle. So many blessings to you. All right. Let me just see here. So we did those. We did those. Okay. Okay, we did those. Sorry, I'm just trying to see where I'm at on the free readings here, Galatians. I'll be down to your question here just while I'm scrolling. I'm just going a little slower. Make sure I'm not missing anyone. Okay. Okay. And Avni, you can get a reading, hopefully, if you didn't post your question. Okay, we answered those. We answered those. All right. All right. I think I'm almost to the bottom here. All right. So, Galatians. Okay. So, you didn't hear from Nicole. Was she thinking of you? If so, what was she thinking? Uh oh. Stop. Stop. All right. So, let's take a look here. And thank you for your donation, by the way. If I did not, thank you for that. I was all focused for a moment. So let's take a look here. All right. All right. Well, definitely there's some change going on with her there. Um, if it's dirty, I wanna know. I'll hit you up. Um, we'll start here because they definitely thought about you today because 'cause they've got the 2 of cups. So, they're thinking about this. They have the 2 of swords, which they're in the middle of thinking about a lot of things, which we know already. But she's closing her heart to open I mean, closing her eyes to open her heart. So she is in this transformation where she's opening up more. She's seeing here, she knows in her heart that the stuff that was removed out of her life in the past was moved out on purpose for a purpose. So she does have this, you know, um, understanding of, there's space opened within her heart because of people being moved out in her path that other people had been like, in her way. So she's learning that. She definitely is contemplating this, and that's why she's kind of with the twos here. She's undecided and she's just trying to not rush in because I feel like before she rushed in, things kind of exploded. And so she's trying to take her time. It's almost like that was like one of her challenges. We have the Five of Wands, which is movement of passion, and Five of Cups, movement of emotions. Fives is this transition. So she is transforming her fear energy into love energy, and her Five of Cups from lower vibrational, pains of the past into rainbows and, transforming it into the higher love. So I do see again, we know she's going through big changes, big transformations that are coming in, and I feel like I wanted to pull another card here from one of these oracles. Yeah, exactly. No, so we're going to pull from the clarity deck here and just see because they have these questions that bring clarity, and they're from the Girls Gone Happy. So let's see here. So first one here, sorry for the glare, the sun's coming back out. So we got silence, and I'll read that. Oh yeah. So this is what's going on in her mind, just to give you an idea. Where is there just too much noise right now? How can you bring more silence into the space where you are questioning? What feelings and associations do you have around silence that need to be worked on too? So this can be a mirror for you too. So if any of this applies to you, just you know, take that into consideration. Um, so re-listen to that if you weren't listening for it for yourself too. And then, of course, we understand this about her pain. So this is what she's working on, right? And it says, how are you relating to pain right now? With tolerance, resistance, self pity? What is your pain trying to teach you about the ways you've grown over the past few years? So yeah, that's all the growth. That's confirmation of the silence and the growth and trying to be able to sit in silence. Yeah, because you're a handsome, charming Italian. Of course, she's going to like you, right? But she wants to make sure that it isn't just passion and it doesn't end up blowing up, right? She wants to make sure that it's more than that. Yeah, yeah, I feel like, well, she's trying to decide if she does wanna move forward, because she's reviewing the past, she's reviewing all those things, and, I feel like the healing with of the heart is the big thing that's coming in, is she wants to make sure that she's not making old choices and getting the old results. She wants to make new changes, new choices, and more higher vibrational results. So, yeah, definitely, she definitely likes you. She definitely has that attraction. She can see that your friendship relationship can really go somewhere. But she's like, it's overcoming the fears. It's looking at the pain and and I feel it's more not so much self-pity and stuff like it was talking about. I feel like she's just like, how can I keep all that from happening again? Why did it happen? Okay, how can I do it differently this time? So it is like walking on, you know, like I don't want to say thin ice because that has a negative tonation, but it's like, how can I make steps where I don't fall over and get hurt again? So it's like, okay, we're not sprinting through here. There's tripwires, so I'm taking my time and I'm stepping over things instead of running and falling and tripping and, you know, having things snowball. So I like it. I like it. So just, giving her the time really helps, right? um, like eventually, I feel like that's undetermined, but let's take a look here. I feel like it's you know, well, there will be. She'll put an end to the old world and the beginning of the new. There will be this, beautiful transformation where she's putting an end to the old cycles and beginning the new. Yeah, and we have the chariot, so that is forward movement, victory through choices, right? So, yeah, I would say that I feel like she does, um, begin to move forward. It's like, oh, they're showing me like a football camp, where they have the tires and they do the if you the first time you're doing them, if you don't know you're doing, you end up falling all over the place. So you start doing it off slow. And then the more you do it, the faster you get until they're all, you know what I'm saying? So I like it. So eventually she will go faster and faster and faster, but she's doing that. Yeah, absolutely. I definitely appreciate your donations. I know everyone gives what they're able to give. So I'm here to help people, and donations just help me eat and stay alive to continue to do it. So every bit helps. So thank you very much. See you tonight. All right. And a big thank you to everyone too that's given the video a thumbs up. That's something they can do that's free, and it does help send the love, the Zen love out to the world, and you're part of the love tsunami. So thank you guys for doing that. I don't often tell you guys enough of that. All right, so I think we're down to Tawar, Tewarh. You want to know, did Ruth? Did she die or is she still alive? She lived in Texas and she's in Aries. All right, let's take a look here and see. Are they alive or are they passed? We'll take a look here. Oh, I feel like they have passed here because, of course, the heartache and the disappointment represents, this feeling of loss. But the Lovers card shows what a close um relationship. It feels like that if this resonates, that they felt like you had a very close friendship and you meant a lot to them, and that they are around watching over you for sure. So I feel like they're not with us any longer, but I feel like with this card here, one, they wanted to mention how important the relationship was, the friendship, and also that seeing things from a higher perspective here. And not to feel bad, because they're like, I'm in a much better place. I get to be everywhere all at once, and I'm always with you. So don't worry about me. And they'll give you signs and all that. But they're like, don't feel bad. Try not to feel bad. Mourn, mourn for exactly a week and then be over it. I feel like that's the kind of energy they have, is like, it's okay. You can mourn over me, but just 7 days. That's enough. Let's get on with life and living. So I like that for you, Terroir. I'm probably murdering your name. I'm so sorry. All right. So info entertainment, you are up next. So what's coming in regards to your relationship with husband A in the coming months? All right. Let's take a look here. See what they have coming in here for you. All right. Well, I mean, you got the sun card, which it feels like a lot of light being shown in on your life and This is, the inner child is there. Victory, transformation with the butterfly, but it feels very positive for you, like it's really shining a big light. It does allow you to step into your power here. Here again, Leo energy and Leo showing up here. Very fiery, obviously. A lot of passion or a lot of movement. And the Queen of Wands here, she has a great connection to the spirit world. So you have a lot of pull in how things will unfold because the Queen of Wands steps into her energy and her magic wand, and she does have, that things move forward. Things do not move forward. Well, everything moves forward, but it's like you're drawing in energy. Whatever you're focusing in on is what grows and expands on your side. And of course, it takes them doing that too. But I feel like very positive, very fiery, very passionate for you. So I like it for you. So definitely it feels um, enlightening. And there's also the Leo is about diving deep into the subconscious and the unconscious too, but very empowering overall for you. I feel through all that. So that's what's coming in for you, info. Hopefully that helps there. Okay. And I think that is it. Yep. Boom, boom, boom. All right. So, just to make sure everyone knows, I am having a super sale. For this month. Um, so you're welcome, Starfall. So here is that information there. I have Hedge of Pieces. It's a Hedge of Peace. It's on sale at half off, and all this information's in the description box of the video too, if you need to see it. But my personal readings, the recorded readings, are half off for this month. So you can check that out. And to book a hedge or that, that's the link there just for convenience. So if you guys are interested. And then also, of course, every Monday I have a giveaway. So on Tuesdays, I put out a video announcing what I'm giving away the following Monday and how you can get into the drawing. That's the link to the video. I'm been giving away a lot every Monday, and I'm going back to just one 30-minute personal recorded reading giveaway um, for the weeklies. So just for a little bit, because I'm working on some other things, which you'll hear about soon. I'm not going to spoil myself right now. And then also, of course, I put out a weekly pick a card. This week says, where can you use some freedom in your life? So great pick a card. And if you want more messages from Spirit, if you check out the pick a cards on my main page, I have a ton of them in there. So those are all free as well. And then this morning we put out a new Take 10 with Zen, episode 4, which does fate exist? Oops, sorry, it's too big. Let me shrink that down. There we go. Um, and these Take 10 are just videos that are under 10 minutes that I'm doing one per week that provide information on how we can connect more with spirit, connect more with our true selves, and I answer questions from my subscribers as well. So be sure to check that out. The first one was all about dimensions. Number two was all about spirit guides, and last week was all about is love real? So some great questions, and I love the answers Spirit brought through. So um, and also, I shall be back this evening. I'm here Wednesday through Sunday nights at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. And then on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday mornings, also at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. So I shall return. And again, thank you guys so much for all of your donations, all of your patience for the free readings, all the thumbs up, all the love, all the support, and especially the thirst you have from hearing from Spirit and searching after Spirit. I'm just blown away and so appreciative. So, as you guys go throughout the rest of your day or night, wherever you're out in the world, please know that every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things. And of course, I love you guys too. So until I see you again, much love to you. You hang in there, you take care, and we'll see you soon.